I got bad anxiety. I gotta put on the shades, honey. Ugh.
We put the shades on, girl. We live. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How
Okay.
everybody's doing? Let's see the comments. Banners. What's going on with everybody? How you doing today, Karma?
I am doing good. I cannot complain. I'm
Okay,
here.
we're gonna get into some theme. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Okay, how you doing today again, Karma? I'm sorry about that. I'm typing too.
I'm good. I'm good. I
Okay,
am great.
are you ready for the reunion?
I am. I am.
You are okay. You got your outfit yet?
I do. I do. I'm a
Okay.
little nervous, but I am for the shits, baby.
For
I'm
the
pretty
shit.
sure everybody is like, oh, she's not gonna show up, bitch. I am.
Why would they say that?
I don't know. It's like I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't even think I'm gonna be here for season two, but I am.
I think you performed so well in that studio tonight. It was great. It
Well,
was really
thank
good.
you, thank you. And you know what? I was a little hard on myself when it came to recording that, but just looking at it, it looked like I did good in my eye.
Yeah, you really did. I honestly not just saying. I think you did an awesome job.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down your first scene. First of all, I love your song. What is called? We gonna rise.
Rise High. It's called
Rise
Rise
High.
High.
So can you tell me about that song? How did that song come together, and like how did you and how long did it take you to write that?
It probably took me basically a week to write it. Um, it's written from a point of view of if I come across somebody during this experience, through my musical journey, I would like them to go along with me through it. It's a song for encouraging upcoming artists, whoever, anybody that feel like they have a dream and they want to push forth, they can use that song to keep going. That's what I use it for.
Yeah, I love it, and I like when you said something about.
Manifestation.
Yeah, I heard a line in the song when you referenced to Beyonce. What was that line?
Um, I
And
won't
yes,
get the big head thinking I'm Beyonce.
Beyonce. Yeah,
I
I like it.
appreciate everything that you. Thank
Yeah,
you, thank you. It was, I've been getting a little bit of lashback about that, as if I was trying to read her, but no, it was actually me just, you know, giving her kudos.
yeah, and keeping it real. I like it. I thought it was a good reference. I love it. The next thing I want to go into, let's go into this first scene. Talk about Celeste. Like, who is Celeste? Because who is Celeste to you?
Celeste is a friend that I met at the shelter. I'll probably say like a year ago when I was going through my little trials and tribulations.
Mhm.
And me and her, we were like this. And when I left the homeless shelter, I actually took Celeste in. So Celeste was actually, we were like this. And we probably still like this, but we're not, talking at this moment. So that's
Moment,
how I know
right?
Celeste.
I also think too when I did talk to you when we filmed that scene, y'all had just started back talking too at that point too. I think because I remember some conversation that y'all had at that scene. So yeah. Um. Okay.
Yes.
Also talk about we see that you get talk more about the Jesse Lopez, like, more into that meaning that you were saying somebody you want to get more involved. They want you more involved in the organization. Can you talk about the nonprofit organization that she created? Because I see that you and Brooklyn name is on the picture, the little painting and stuff.
Yes, yes. Well, I am Karma Black Sheep. Brooklyn is that's me in the past. I am Karma Black Sheep right now.
No.
So Jesse knew me as Brooklyn.
Okay.
And when I was homeless, I met this lady, Jessie Pratt Lopez, and she was originally Raven's friend, which became my friend. So, which became the community's friend. So Jessie became everybody. But Jessie Pratt Lopez took to like 2 to 3 girls. And that was me, that was Raven, and it happened to be another girl. We're not going to say the other person's name. But in the beginning, it was a focus on 3 individuals. It was never a project until it blew out of proportion.
So why do you say that if she took those 4 people, why you say that you was the face of it? You mean collectively, or you just mean just you when you say that?
Um, when she put the pictures out on GoFundMe,
Mm-hmm.
I was only speaking for myself because I knew my face and my story had made millions for her. And she was able to make a nonprofit organization. She
Mm-hmm.
had t-shirts and paintings with my face on it, and she was selling it and people were buying it. So
Mm-hmm.
I say this to say that I have history already in Atlanta. I have history um, being used for my face that had opened doors for a lot of trans women for homelessness at that moment of time.
Okay, understood. But you were saying it was multiple y'all, but you when you spoke, you just speaking for yourself. Cause like you said, at the end of the day, it's just you.
Of course.
Okay,
Yes, I was speaking for myself.
love it. Okay, let me ask you this right here. Right here, you said in
Mhm.
the scene you talked about 500,000 to 5 million, but we see on here is almost 3 million. So where did you get the 5 million
Mhm.
from? Was it another one too?
Um, be- as time went, the GoFundMe was raising. That's
Okay,
probably
gotcha.
the beginning stages. That's the beginning stages. The other GoFundMe with the different numbers under it, it's
Okay,
somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but everybody that had followed this movement when it had happened know exactly what the
gotcha.
movement was calling
So this,
for.
this picture was the early days, but when it was all over with,
Of
she
course.
was 5 million. So you felt like us,
Yes. And go ahead.
you feel like ultimately you didn't receive the fair amount in terms of what she made off your face.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. If to remind you, it was 2 GoFundMes, a duplicate running
I
the
do
same
remember you saying
time.
that. You said that in the second
Yes,
episode.
and
You
they
did.
were neck to neck. Them duplicate GoFundMes was neck to neck. So she was like, I don't know who is doing this. And just like I said, she was doing this. She was the
She was
puppet
doing so.
behind all of this.
So she had money on the
So
side, like
that's
in
what,
right, right. I got you.
yeah, she's a GoFundMe queen, honey. Mama likes making GoFundMes, honey. She is, to be honest with you, she's a white witch. She's a white witch,
Right.
and she
I know about
manifests
the.
good things.
Got
She
you.
manifests stuff. She make
So
things
question though,
happen. So that's her.
question though, Karma. Let me ask you this: when she started taking up the money, did she agree to give y'all a certain amount before she started taking up the money, or y'all did not know that she was taking money off y'all?
Um, when she brought it to my attention, I told her what I wanted, but it was a fight. It was a fight with everything. She was like, okay, well, now is the time to do this and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever Raven and her talked about is what they talked about. But I know what I talked to Jessie Pratt Lopez about. And I said, well, if it's enough, if
What
it's
you mean
on
enough? It's
here,
5 million. It's 5 million. It's
well,
gonna be
you
enough.
damn right. I felt like I was worth a meal and some.
Okay, got you. So
And some. That's
you
how
want
I
a million,
felt. Yes.
right? You want a 5 million, at
And
least give me a
some.
million. But question though, it
I
was
at
it
least
was
wanted a
it was
meal.
you want at least a million. It was a couple of girls though. You said it was 4 girls, right?
Absolutely. Yes, you gave me what you gave the community, and that was not right. You
Got
gave me what you gave the community, and that was not right.
So did y'all sign did y'all give her the rights to sell y'all fake visuals to put y'all visuals out?
Um, yes, yeah, yes, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
y'all did sign off
That
on it.
was a big mistake. That was a mistake, yes. Because
Yeah.
everything was going so fast. When you don't have any documents, as far as your birth certificate and all of this stuff right there, you have to go with the flow. It was like so much pressure on her, so much pressure on myself. It was a lot going on at that moment.
Wow. Well, I definitely hope. I know you also said too you did get something, but you said you don't feel like you got the fair amount. So I do hopefully you get what you feel like you deserve, or you can, go to the table and have that, get that resolution you need from her.
Understand. I don't even know what direction. I'm just, is the spirit just say continue to build, leave that alone because
Yeah.
things
He
can
said
get
that.
really nasty. Things can get very wicked if it choose to get. You understand when a story is being presented the way it's being presented. And I remember somebody said, "Why did Karma the Black Sheep put her story in there?" And I was
Mhm.
so disgusted with the person that said that. I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe if you had a story that some people can relate to, then you'll put your story out there too.
Right, right.
So it
And
kind of gave
it's
me
a
that that
powerful story
person,
though. This is a powerful story that you
huh?
have. I said you have a
It is
powerful
a powerful story. And that's what people hate. Just like how she made millions, I'm a firm believer that it's gonna flip over.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
it's
have
gonna
my turn.
yes,
I'm gonna have
ma'am.
my turn.
I believe it. You're gonna get your millions and more.
Of
So it's
course.
a question though, what is you and how is you and Jess' relationship now? Are y'all cool now?
No. Um, if I
So
was to probably call her,
I'm
say that
assuming that
again.
I'm assuming she feel like you don't deserve that. I'm assuming.
Yes, her thoughts is her thoughts. Wherever I feel like everything is dead to her right now, and I get it. I understand. We live, we move on, and if this is a move on process for me and her, then let that be that. I'm
You
just,
also said in the
I'm
scene,
not.
you said in the scene that we cut out, you said you did try to get some lawyers to take this case, but they wouldn't. Why they wouldn't take this case?
Yes. But to be honest with you, you never know who knows who. And when
Mhm.
I started calling around, it made me feel like people knew her very well to the
Right,
point they
right.
didn't want to pick up
Yeah. And
yes,
then
that
she
because
probably
I
did
was
the money.
doing yes. Then when this whole movement had came about, everybody was praising her. Everybody was, even the media. Yes, this is a well-known lady we're talking about. Very well known for what she has done in the community and stuff like that. So they do praise her and idolize her for the things that she has done.
And you also
You
said
know,
in
so
the
it's
scene
like
too,
my word is not.
your word
Say
is
that
not.
again.
I said you also said in the scene that she had called you that morning. I think that morning when we was filming, you was telling your friend Celeste that she did call you that morning, Jesse. Was that the last time you talked to her?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you well.
Okay. The last time I talked to her was well, I didn't speak to her. She called my phone on January the 2nd, which is my birthday, to wish me a happy birthday.
Mm,
And it was a spirit that just said, don't even answer that. That's what the devil wants you to do is intervene into that. And I
mm-hmm.
just left that alone.
Yeah, for the long. Okay, well, let's move right along.
Yeah.
Well, I do hope you get some resolution with that either way. So let's move on to the next scene. The next scene we go into, Karma, we see you, Vo, and Ty in a studio. That's a dynamic duo. So tell me, how did that happen?
Um, Me and Ty,
Yeah, you, Ty, and Vo in the studio. How all y'all end up in the studio together?
how that came about, Ty, let me break this down. I may have reached out to Ty on a song, and then later on, Ty, he came back and he was like, okay, well, he wanted me to do some vocals that he previously recorded with another artist that he was not getting along with at the moment. And he said,
So
well,
he was
I
gonna
need
take
your
their vocals
vocals.
off. He was gonna take their vocals off and put yours on there.
Absolutely. So whatever dispute him and the artist had prior, he told me he wanted me on the song. And I kind of felt like it was not genuine. It was only for recording purposes only.
Wow.
You know, it was just in the moments. Yeah.
So you did it. So is it safe to say you felt like it wasn't genuine, but you just did it because you wanted to just get in the studio and the opportunity, but you really never felt like it was real?
Of course. You're kind of like breaking in and out. I'm trying to, but yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure. My thing, I can barely. You breaking? We both breaking in and out. Hold on. Can you guys hear me good? Not Karma was the replacement. Okay. So you also said too in this scene, Karma, that you did not like how he was trying to direct you. But why didn't you like that? You didn't feel like was he talking to you crazy or wrong? Like why you felt
No, because Ty was being very funny at the moment of time. If you can go back on the filming, he said now she has two songs like Bryson. I caught that shade. So none of it was genuine. None of it was real. It was like it was just for the moment. And I understand. I understand.
did you feel it come
Now,
up?
if I could be a shady bitch and release, huh?
I said it come up in the next episode or two where you and Bryson have a conversation on the way to New Orleans, and Bryson was telling you, and y'all kind of felt like that he was doing it to get at Bryson. He really didn't want to. He really didn't want you to fuck with Bryson. Did you feel like that at the time, or that came later with Bryson?
Um, to be honest with you, I should have listened to Bryson and
Okay.
not even feed into any damn thing that Ty had going on, because Ty was just trying to make me look like a fool.
Not a fool.
Just as well as he was trying to make Chrissy look like a fool. He was trying to make Chrissy look like a fool. He was trying to make me look like a fool. So Ty Valentino was playing on our intelligence when it came to being in the studio. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So okay, so let me ask you about
So
this
that's
then.
how I put that.
Why did you get so emotional then in the studio when that song?
Because it was like, Ty Valentino, you putting too much pressure on me for one.
So
And
because the
the
pressure you were
experience was
trying
not what I wanted to be. I felt the energy. It was good. It was good. But I kind of felt like Ty was doing too much and was trying to put an ugly light on me in the studio creating.
So why would you okay, so why you didn't speak up for yourself in that moment, Karma?
Because I kind of felt like anytime I open my mouth, everything goes left very quick. So for me not to go left, and for them not to go left on me, I don't say anything because I know where it can go.
We can go. Got you. So you okay? So you was prevent. Okay.
I just left it. I left it.
You left it. Okay. So how did you feel about the overall song today? Like that song sound fucking good. Will we get that song? Will the public get that?
The Thai song.
Yeah, that song sounds so good with you and him.
I don't know where he got it from. But if I wanted to, now this is the shady shit. Now, if I wanted to release it, which I'm pretty sure he don't want to release it. Now, if I was to be the devil and release it how I want to, it can be some smoke in the motherfucking air.
Yeah, that would be pretty shady.
They always it would be shady. Without your consent. If I juice it up the way I want to and put it on the market, bitch, you'll feel hit. He'll feel real hit.
Wow. You also told us
You
me.
know.
You also told me that hearing a song back in that moment, you also said, and when you was in the studio, you really didn't like it. You felt like you can do better. So hearing it back, hearing it on the
Absolutely, absolutely. It takes time to make music, and I kind of felt like if we was in the moment of saying, "Well, let's really juice this up to where we really gonna perform this," and stop trying to belittle me in the studio at the in the same time of recording this, then maybe things can go well. But
so
it wasn't giving off none of that.
you honestly felt like he was just doing it for filming purposes and just to make you look bad.
Um, you would really have to ask him that. You would
Okay.
really have to ask him that because nowadays you really don't know how it's being presented from the next artist. They could be trying to pull your whole card. That could have been a whole card he was trying to pull from me,
Gotcha. I
trying to see
understand.
if I can deliver.
Right. Trying to see your abilities and talent.
Of
I understand.
course, of course, of course.
How did you feel about Vote in the studio when he
Mm.
was there? How you feel about his song? I was getting some head. I was getting some head. How you feel about that?
Oh, that was good. That was good. I
Yeah.
actually see. Bo don't even know if Ty is going to release that.
Right. He
That's
said
the
it.
shade. That's the shade. So
Right.
Ty is shading everybody.
So he just getting the
Just
girls in the
shading everybody.
studio, getting the girls in the studio and not releasing the song is what it's giving, huh?
Uh-huh. You see, the rich auntie thought she was eating it up, honey, by doing all these collaborations and shutting the kids down, honey. That's what that was. But in reality, they are tearing down everybody, but honey, they is eating at her.
Yeah,
Mhm.
those tables do turn. The tables do turn.
Okay.
So but hopefully we get both songs because both songs was lit. Like I could listen to both songs, especially with your vocals was dope and both song was dope too. So I can listen to either one of them. So I hopefully you can, you don't want to do it the wrong way and just release. I think you and him can definitely, should do it together. You know what I mean? Don't do it behind his back. Okay, after that
Oh, I
though,
hate my service.
what did you think about the next scene with Lottie performance?
Hold on for a minute. Say what?
What did you think about Lottie performance?
Oh, Lottie kills it every time. Lottie kills it
Yeah,
every time. I
yeah.
enjoy watching her. I enjoy
I,
watching her.
I like this
She's made for
performance.
the stage.
Yeah, I like this one better than last week, but she killed it. She really like fucking
Hmm.
she killed it. What's up,
Absolutely.
Bo? Hold on 1 minute. Come. What's up, Bo? How you doing?
What's good?
What you think about y'all performance? Like you in the studio?
It was cute.
Do you want to release that song now after hearing it? Because I honestly, no bullshit, I think it was like the best studio scene so far in terms of vocally, like sound. I think Karma sound good on vocal, and I think your verse on the head song was dope. So I think the fact that we got both of those in one scene was really great.
I
So, question,
no, I was gonna say I appreciate that. And Karma, I did like the vibe of that song. So, it was. I mean, I was really for real in the moment. At that time. So it was no shade then, but I get how you feel about the whole aftermath to it.
Thank
But
you.
I was. It was still genuine. It's still all love for for that song. I told you that then. I'm telling you that now. And it is what it is. Like,
yeah. So, what about your song, Vote? Like, what was that process like? And you said in your confession, you wrote it and you sent it to him. He liked it and he was like, "Let's get on it. You get it on it, whatever."
yeah. I remember Tyler like, oh, I got a song for. I hear your voice on it. Trying to get me out of my box because at that time I wasn't really doing the whole, talking about fucking another nigga. So,
Not in public, huh?
cool. So when I wrote to it, it was like okay. I wrote like 3 different verses to it, and I was like the one that felt good rolling off my tongue. I sent it to Ty, and Ty was like, okay. And I didn't know we was gonna record. I didn't know I was recording it that day.
Yeah, you didn't know we were filming that day.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but y'all did good. Y'all did. It was dope. It was a good vibe. Everybody got along well, so it was really dope. But the song. So you also said in confession, you don't know when y'all gonna release the song.
Honestly, I got so many release dates for that song. It was supposed to be last year Pride, and then later on, he's adding it to I think like I said, the album that's gonna come out. But I don't have an actual date. But
do you want to release it? Like, do you like it enough where you proud of it? You want it publicly?
Anything I record, actually physically record, I'm proud of. I'm not gonna just record it if I don't feel confident in my lyrics.
You know what I mean? Like, it could be like, when you're a chef, you go in the kitchen sometime with different tools or whatever, and you don't know what you come up with sometimes. So I'm saying, is it ready to be released if y'all want to do it today? I guess I should ask it.
Oh yeah. It's definitely ready to release. If Ty want to release it, it's definitely ready. I heard the actual mix and master version of the song. So
is this one mix and master?
From the sounds of it, it is.
We gotta get you back in that gray sweater again with that green screen. That's all of this confession.
But we talking about the producer, not the artist. That's
no. We understood who you talking about. You said the producer. It one time, it was very clear. You said, you made it very clear. And with the green background, like I said, these are best confessionals. But you did have Rebel help tonight, because Rebel.
Not Rebel help.
I'm saying because Rebel came behind and said, y'all, he don't like top producers either.
You know what? I don't. That was my first time meeting. I think his name Rock.
Oh, that was your first time?
Yeah, I told you.
Okay.
Yeah, I never recorded or anything.
So you have heard about him way before you met him.
Yeah, I knew that was Ty Go-To, and I think Scooter too. They both be in the same studio.
Oh yeah. I think Scooter do, because they was talking about. Yeah, okay. Oh wow. Okay, I did not know that.
Okay. And Lottie, I'm drinking water tonight. I got a long day tomorrow, so.
And you still giving you still think Kid is the best?
Kid is dope. Kid is very more, seem very more experienced. Kid has more with like variety of different artists with different genres. So, he have a different ear to all types of music. So I feel like Rock was more so he just a hip hop trap nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he only have an ear for a trap nigga.
And okay, gotcha.
Kid is more a variety of deal with different genres of artists. So it's like he have an ear for everything, for every
Kid can give you soul, rock, R&B, classic, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess when you sober, you can explain it better when you versus the gray shirt on with the green screen. But like, I guess what you're saying, like, I get it better. Like you said, he just have more experience with a variety of artists rather than just a trap hood nigga type of vibe.
Right. He's more the trap nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he giving that, all he hears is that, but that nigga get that, like, he don't hear like harmonies. He don't hear, hooks for real. It's just certain things that you can point out with a producer or engineer or whatever you want to call them.
What they are, not what you want to call them. Wow. I love to see. I would like to hopefully I felt like you, Ty, Karma, and Bo, I felt like y'all had a good vibe. I wish we would have got more.
It was a good vibe. So that's why I didn't understand. I didn't understand, Karma. You were saying that you didn't think it was genuine in that moment too. I mean, I get the aftermath part of it, but in that moment, you was fucking with it. So I don't know what's up with that, but I had a vibe. It was a vibe for me.
Well, she said she felt like Ty. I guess she said she know when people really want to fuck with her. That's basically what it come down to. So she just felt like he did it more for the camera rather than like if she was just an artist on the street. I guess he wouldn't just got her to do it.
I mean, we are in a group, so I guess it was necessary. I ain't gonna say because I don't know Ty intentions behind that. I can't speak for Ty, but as us in a group and we trying to work with each other, I just feel like at that time, from what I saw, I thought it was a genuine moment with Ty too. And then of course we were going to
New Orleans.
From New Orleans, it was like an opportunity, like we all just mashing together and just showing like, yo, we coming from ATL to New Orleans, and This is what we bringing y'all.
It's hard for me to see that Ty had any other intention in this moment.
That's what I feel.
It was really good. Y'all really meshed well, but you can't tell a person how to feel. I can't tell Karma how to
feel. No, I wasn't. You know, I ain't trying to tell you. I feel like in that moment because I was.
Yeah, in this scene, it feel like y'all all got along genuinely. It wasn't nothing forced.
Ty was trying to belittle me, honey, the whole while.
Look, like I said before,
Ty was playing in my motherfucking face.
All I know is I didn't hear no screeching.
Ty was playing in my motherfucking face.
I didn't hear no screeching when I got there. I heard soul, so I felt like it was genuine from Ty. Ty was feeling it, so I mean, that's just real.
He was playing in your motherfucking face.
I just never heard anything else. I never heard anything else from it, so I left it where it was. Just like you say, if he want to reach out to me and say, well, I believe it's done. It's dead. That track is dead. It's in the casket, baby.
Well, Karma, I'm telling you, your vocals on that was dope. Like, I don't know about that. I think we need to revise that.
It was just like I said. If I want to be spiteful and be a damn demon and release and juice some shit up and just release it just for spite. Yes, I got it.
So what you gonna put at when you put out your Karma featuring Ty Valentino?
No. See, I could be devilish too if I want to. See, his intentions is not to release it, but if I wanted to, and I know I have no rights to do that, but I will. I can. I will. I can be treacherous. Can I?
I don't know. I think he's an artist. I think he'll do it, but I don't know. You just never know. So I don't know.
You never know. The world would never know.
I don't know.
The world would never know. You damn right. Absolutely. But it's not like I need that feature, bitch. It's not like I need it.
Are you sure? I'm just saying.
So we're gonna quit with that.
No, it sounds so good. That's why I'm on it. I like because you sound really good. Like you sound really, really good. I love the vocals. I can feel what you were saying. I felt it. And that's
how Greg, shut up.
No, I'm for real.
Greg, you wasn't even paying attention.
I'm listening to the fucking footage after I filmed it. Of course, when I'm there, I'm working. I'm not trying
see, y'all not gonna play on my time. Is somebody playing on my time? We finna cut this real short because the bitch ain't gonna play in my time. So what you gonna say up there, Bo?
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, what?
We're gonna cut this short. What
was said? Why are you doing all that?
But we're not gonna do this. If you came up here to be messy, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn.
I don't give a fuck either. I don't give a fuck either. This is not that moment though, Carmen. So calm down.
Okay, so can y'all both not?
No, but it's the shade that I was overlooking and never said anything about. But anytime, no.
Vote,
y'all. Let me talk. Can you please let me talk? Let me talk.
Let her talk, y'all.
Come Wednesday, baby. Y'all better have y'all motherfucking reading glasses on.
Are we gonna
bitch, because y'all be trying to read hoes.
Are we gonna be able to see you Wednesday?
Y'all be trying to read bitches that I ain't for it.
Now, OMG, stop, please. Come on, let's get back to let's not be shady to each other. We having a good moment of y'all in the studio. How we get here?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That just been left.
Right, so come on, let's get back.
Now,
so
you know what?
So let's focus on the art of music. Everybody's artists. So let's focus on that if we can. Hello. So Karma, you said you really did like Lottie perform, like the motherfucking fire. Got the motherfucking fire.
Of course. Who doesn't like Lottie? Lottie is a performer, baby.
She is. I like this performance better. I think they had a better mic system here than at Chris at Mix. But she killed both of them, but I did feel like that she really did a good job. And then I did a poll on the YouTube community page. A lot of people said Lottie did better than Christy last week. Like 80% said she did better. And I think yeah, they liked her.
Say that one more time. You said
I did a poll last week, when Lottie performed at Christy event. and the majority of the poll, 80% of the polls said that Lottie did better than Chrissy at his own event.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm not. How can I put my input on that when it was Chrissy's motherfucking event?
I know. I'm just.
If that was the case, it would have been. I think Chrissy done what was needed to be gave. If she felt like she done her best, that she did. You can't tell her any damn thing because she did what was supposed to be done.
Okay, I know. I was just saying what the people said. It's my job to just
Absolutely.
The polls say that. I promise you. The polls. I want to ask you about this, Karma, because you had a lot to say last week. You felt like it was really shady for Rebel to show up at Chrissy event when Rebel was dogging Chrissy out. Why would you so vocal about that?
Because Rebel's always dogging everybody out. Who is Rebel not dogging out? Just, you know what, honey, just like this one sitting right up there, that's sitting right there, always talking shit about somebody, and then want to try to say, oh, you did this and did that. It doesn't matter. It be the nasty shit.
With my name in your mouth. I don't even say shit about you. Ask Greg. I'm asking this nigga, like, why Karma got a problem with me? I ain't got shit to do with Karma. I don't have no problem with Karma. What the fuck her issue? Every time you're doing an interview, when it's mentioning Rebel, you know what? Tell something that left over, and then I hear that. Like, bitch, what are you talking about? What is this going?
You right, bitch.
I respected you. Of course, everybody said the same shit about
you. No, didn't respect me enough. You bitches didn't respect me enough, honey.
I said I didn't have no problem or no issue with you.
So can we get a resolution? Can we get a resolution?
All right, well, you better act like it, honey.
You're on the wrong team. You start the issue. You started the issue with me.
Okay, we're gonna lose this with because I'm not gonna lose no sleep.
Okay, guys.
You need all the sleep.
Oh my God, Jesus. Okay, let's
bitch, and you didn't see how you read me in the confessionals. That bitch need help. This and that. She needs to go see a psych doctor.
They black perspective, bitch. Why would I respect you after you said some disrespectful shit to me?
You know what? When I heard all of that, all I could do was motherfucking laugh.
Choose another one, Karma. It's okay. Choose another one. It's okay.
Whatever. It's okay. Don't play victim though. Don't do that.
Nobody
don't act like you for me. Because bitch, y'all hoes be trying to.
As a person, I still respect you. Now your music, we can go on a different route. But as a person, I respect you. I never respect you as a person. Everybody said the same shit about your music, including your core 5 friends. So at the end of the day, I never disrespect you as a person, but your music is a different route. So let's talk about that, okay? I never disrespected you.
Okay.
And you can apologize now or
Really? Okay. The music is respect is another. I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with my music, bitch. But you gonna respect me.
Say the same thing.
All right then. But and I had, bitch.
Girl, say the same thing, you friends. You so tired,
honey. And you know what? Bored. Just like, how I'm behind this screen. No. Just like I'm behind this screen right now. Everything that I'm saying, I would say to y'all bitches, y'all bitches ain't gonna touch me. Y'all hoes ain't gonna touch me. Y'all hoes ain't gonna do shit.
You have nothing to validate.
Okay,
what else?
Well, that's you. That's you, baby.
The core 5.
But you know what? Can I say something? Because in reality, no, bitch.
Run the confessions back on the core 5. Y'all love doing flashbacks on Vogue. Run the confessions on the core 5 about Karma music. Then we got something to talk about. Now,
okay, but it doesn't matter. They been talking shit about my music. I don't care.
Right now,
I don't care. What you came on here to try to tear me down?
They delusional.
Got on here to try to tear me down, baby. You could never tear me down. You can never tear me down, baby.
Anyway.
Okay, so let's move on.
That's what you're trying to do. It's not working. It's not working. Stop it.
Let's move on.
Stop it.
I came on to apologize about
Bitch,
things.
I don't need no apologize for none of y'all hoes.
I don't care.
I
Well, you
don't,
said it to your
I don't
friends,
care.
bitch.
No,
Say that to
your
your
ass, you
friends.
wasn't even supposed to be
Say that to
sitting.
your friends.
That
I'm here.
little square right there,
I'm
bitch,
here.
you
I'm
wasn't
giving
even
you a little
supposed to be
juice.
up
I'm
there.
giving you some
You
juice.
knew what your
I'm giving you
intentions
some
was,
juice.
bitch. You
Thank you later.
So
You can meet
y'all,
me again,
bye, bye,
so y'all
bye.
check this out. So Bryson did a workshop for the group, and did you feel like I don't know if you watched the scene all the way through, Karma?
You know what, Greg? You know what? If I was to slap the shit out you, bitch, you'd think I'm motherfucking wrong. Yeah, you hoe. 'Cause I feel like I do this shit intentionally because you have no business sitting in that spot right there, bitch. Just like you think I don't have a spot in music, bitch. You don't have no bitch. You know what? I'm not even gonna let you ruffle my feathers, baby. Let me continue to. Ooh, I'm going to eat y'all with your white pretty teeth. Uh-huh. This is what you wanted, Greg. Uh-huh. I'm gonna
No,
give y'all a motherfucking show.
he said he wanted to apologize to you, and y'all
Because
to
that bitch didn't come up here to apologize. That bitch came up here to try to tear me down any way possible. These hoes cannot fool me. The words that be coming out these hoes' mouth, these are the words that these bitches been wanting to say. But I don't give no fucks. Who the fuck are they?
So you see now, Vote he muted himself because he realized
Trust.
that.
You actually, you know what? I'm gonna defend myself to the fullest.
I
But
want you
bitch,
to defend yourself, but I'm
you
saying
could never.
but you see
You
he
could
not.
never. In a million years, bitch.
Karma, sweetheart. It's okay.
You could talk shit about my music all you want to.
Oh,
I promise you, it's okay.
Just because what you say,
so
it is
Vote,
okay.
I'm gonna
It's
drop
okay.
you down
And
for a
I'm gonna
minute.
continue to record. I'm gonna continue to record. I'm gonna continue to release music,
You
bitch.
should. Nobody said you couldn't. Nobody
Right.
said you couldn't. But Greg, can you vouch for me real quick though? Remember we were just filming, right? And I said, honestly, I was talking about being like cool and cordial people. I said, honestly, wouldn't mind fucking with Karma. I said, I don't know if the name left. Remember I said that. Everybody
Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to hear it.
When you be genuine, cause why would I don't gotta be friends with none of these bitches. I literally like, oh, I fuck with Karma. Karma's funny, she's cool. So every time when I told you about that interview she did on the gay black perspective, I was like, what the fuck? Did I not say that, Greg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But y'all been talking shit about me before before the tape.
About everything. We can say your motherfucking hair is cute. Oh my god, you throwing shade. Oh, you bitch, you trying to be funny, bitch. Oh my god. We can say your motherfucking hat cute right now. You're like, oh, bitch, you don't like my hat for real. You think everything is shade. You don't know when nobody being genuine, but I understand that. Looking at episode tonight, I feel for you. Cause I'm like, damn, I can understand why you always on 10. I get that. But everybody not on that shit in that type of time like you are every motherfucking day. Get that through your fucking head. Bitch, ain't nobody coming for you. Like, yeah, I can be shady. We all shady. Bitch, your core 5 shady. This is where the 3 shady. But at the end of the day, though, we still got some genuine. Well, I can't speak for nobody else. I really was trying to, like, really fuck with you and apologize tonight, honestly. And that's on my auntie grave. Yes, like on water.
Okay.
I'm on Deer Park tonight. It ain't fucking wine, no Patron. It's straight water.
Okay, well, I think.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me go back.
Okay, well, I hope y'all can work that out because I don't think it's that deep. So Carm, let me ask you about
Not
the
deep at all.
Bryson workshop. Do you remember some stuff from Bryson workshop, or you don't remember it quite?
You don't know. Yes, you know what? Oh shit, I almost failed. You just said.
Hold on.
I just seen it. What you own?
Greg, Can I say my apology so I can get off? So the people that want to come on.
Yeah.
So, truthfully, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to take it, genuine, whatever you want to say with it, Karma, honestly, boom. I definitely want to apologize for if you felt like I ever came at you wrong. And I can say this shit again on Wednesday after we talk our shit. If you ever thought I came at you wrong, I genuinely apologize. Because not only that, I genuinely was wanted to fuck with you because you are fun to be around. However, you can't keep every time somebody complimenting you or what, you can't keep thinking that everybody's coming for you. Like, that's not always the deal. Now, you may know.
Can I say this?
You said what?
Can I say this? I don't think I should take compliments from bitches that been trying to tear me down from the beginning. So how do I embrace a compliment from a bitch that try to read me from jump?
Because they did the same thing. So I don't know.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, baby.
Ask them. I don't know.
It's not gonna happen.
So let's just pick
have a good night. You have a good night.
Back up on Wednesday.
You too. I have a career to go to in the morning.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Bo. Hopefully that song come out though for real.
Yeah. Hopefully we get Karma's leak song.
See, it's always the shade.
That's shade. Now that's shade. Now you can call me out. Call me out on that shit. That was shade. Hit me. Hit me right here. That was shade.
All right, Bo. Have a good night.
You know what? This shit is rigged like the Grammys, baby. That bitch right there. You know what? That was the only bitch that kind of felt like she didn't have no issue with me, but that bitch have an issue with me. Fuck that hoe. And fuck the rest of them hoes too. Cause I'm be sitting in my motherfucking pink come Wednesday and none of them hoes ain't gonna they may run their motherfucking mouth, bitch. But I dare a bitch to touch me. That they won't do.
Ain't nobody gonna they scared of you. They ain't gonna touch you.
Oh, you know what, bitch? Oh, baby. I'ma try not to.
No, Karma, you gonna come there and be a lady. We not fighting that. We can't do all that.
I sure am.
Right.
You know what my pain gave me today.
You're gonna be the only lady in the building, so we want you to.
Baby, it's more than just me up in the room, honey. It's more ladies in the room. Stop it. Y'all gonna stop saying it. It's more than just me in the room, baby.
Well, they don't identify as ladies though, so I can't call them that.
Man, I can't tell. All them hoes got a split between their legs.
Oh my God, Karma, see, you can't say that. That's not right.
See, in the beginning, I almost thought I had to come up out of all of this. You know, this is my trans experience. Another bitch can't tell me about my trans experience, but sometimes you have to. It made me feel like I have to strip out of all this shit just to get on their motherfucking level.
No, you don't have to do
but that. But bitch, they won't get me out of my motherfucking element.
We just want you to sit there, read, and be
pretty. Bitch.
Okay, so you
know what? I feel like it. No, them hoes gonna try to take my head off, and bitch, I'ma be ready. Cause they some shady ass faggots. I don't give a fuck about them. I already know what's going on, baby. It goes like this. I choose to sit home Wednesday or I go to the reunion. Which one is it? I'ma be with the bullshit regardless, bitch. However shit just play out, it just motherfucking play out. But bitch, you ain't gonna play in my face. You gonna say what you gonna say, and bitch, you ain't gonna run it in the motherfucking ground, ho.
Gotcha. That's understandable. I respect that.
Because you know what? A lot of these motherfuckers came on this platform to try to tear down. You know what? I read the comments. I go on about my motherfucking day. I even laugh at them. Because anytime you have my mouth, anytime you say anything about me, they're going to be checking for me, whether it's good or motherfucking bad, baby. So it doesn't. Yes, you damn right. So bring the heat, baby.
Okay. So let's take 10. Calm down just a little bit. What did you think about Bryson workshop? What did you think about Bryson workshop? Do you remember some of the stuff you learned?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You still have them notes?
No, I don't have the notes, but I have the notes in my head. It's the things that we supposed to, yeah.
Okay, awesome. What did you think about that? It seemed like before Christy got there, you, Rebel, Lottie, and Bryson was all kind of getting along. Bryson was teaching y'all, but when Christy got there, though, everything shift where Christy wanted to go kind of like ask Rebel them why were they talking about his event. So, what did you think about that? Because you was just a fly on the wall. You was just there.
Yeah, just like I said, in the midst of all of this, it's a lot of tearing down. Whoever they feel like is the weakest link they can tear down, they will do just that. And they felt like Chrissy was one of the weakest links,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna have their opinion on people's music. You know, this shit can get real nasty, it can get real wicked. I don't try to let how people view my music dictate my day,
Right.
but when people try to be real nasty about the situation and just try to eat at me, I can tell when a bitch tried to eat at me to try to diminish everything about me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been around these type of bitches all my life. I don't give a fuck. Just like I told that bitch right there, bitch, how the hell I supposed to take a compliment from a bitch that been reading me from junk? So
Mm.
keep that bullshit to your motherfucking self, because I'm not that hoe. I'm not that bitch. And to be honest with you, I'm that girl that I'm a changed woman. I am. If anybody know anything about me, I am changed. Because truth be told, I'm the hoe that would have popped every last one of them hoes in their shit and when they gave a fuck.
Oh
And
wow.
would have been trust and believe. That's just me. But ain't nobody gonna stand for that bullshit. Like, you talking shit and you not supposed to do nothing about it, baby. If I decide to pop your ass in the midst of all of this and take an ass whooping, that's just me. But at the same time, just like I said, Wednesday, this is not gonna happen. They're gonna be like, ooh, that bitch just real poised, calm, honey. I ain't even gonna be drinking. See how that drink just got me? Them hoes better quit playing with me. Greg, why you did this? You started this shit. I ain't gonna blame you though. I ain't gonna blame you. Oh my God. Am I still on air? Ah! Okay. I am cutting up, y'all. What is going on? Everybody, go listen to Rise High. It's up. Hold on. Wait a motherfucking minute. Greg is giving. Everybody left the motherfucking room. Treacherous bitches.
Hello, Karma.
Ooh.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baby.
So are you feeling better now, Karma?
I was always good. I was
Mm.
always good. You know that bitch ain't had no business showing her face up here anyway, trying to give me no goddamn apology.
Well, that's what a person's supposed to do is apologize if they're wrong, right?
You know what? Stop. It comes to a point of realizing when people are really playing in your face. Because if
Mm.
that bitch was trying to give me an apology, she would have did just that without no feedback.
Okay, that's a
She
valid
would have
point.
did just that without no feedback. So I'm not trying to motherfucking hear it. Honey, bitch, you ain't gonna do me, ho. See, that was my problem in the beginning. I didn't say shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew me saying something, anybody that know me, I'm always gonna get the last to say. But if it goes how I intended to go, baby, you're not gonna like me. So that's why I refrain from not saying any damn thing. Because I know me. And when it goes there, baby.
Yeah, I know it's hard to come.
I ain't gonna bring no motherfucking name up. But baby, I'm not gonna bring no names up, but they're already motherfucking know. I ain't scared of nobody. And this is not even a point of saying that I'm being a bully or this is not it's none of that. It's
But check
just
this out, though,
I'm
Karma,
just
though.
sick of it. Just sick of the shit.
I get you sick, but you are don't you want to get to a place where everybody that's in the room can be reasonable and have a conversation rather than people blowing up on each other? Because at the end of the day, everybody is grown, we're still human beings, so we want to be respectful towards each other, right?
You know what? It is respectful. Everybody should respect everybody's journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't bash nobody's journey because they don't have 10,000 songs. I don't bash such and such because they have a half a song. That's just me. You know, the next person's going to make fun and going to make laugh, but honey, that's not me.
That's not
But
you.
at the same time, don't try to make me feel, no, don't make me feel like I'm less than, bitch.
I
I
got
know
you.
everybody has improvement to do. And if you feel like I need to improve, then just say that, then trying to tear me down.
Okay, well, let's move on to this.
I
Is
took
it
it
any?
for what it was. I took it for what it was. You need to step your cookies up. Okay, bitch, I heard you. Now leave it alone.
Okay, that's we can end on we can put a pin
Bitch.
in it on that note. So let me ask you this though.
Yes.
Do you have any new music coming? Are you in the studio? Can we expect anything new?
I'm of course you can always expect music from me, whether it's
Okay.
coming late, whether it's coming soon. Honey, all the days of my life, I will dwell in music, baby. Whether
Okay.
it's not up to their standards, whether it's not up to their standards, I am going to produce my music. I've
Okay.
been doing this before I even landed anywhere. I'm going to do as my heart please.
Okay. Okay, Karma. So I'm excited. Like I told you, I want you to come to the venue early on when we film because we definitely, we'll have what's name there to get you doll up and stuff. And I'm
Well,
excited to
honey, you know what? I can doll myself up, baby. Ain't I right
yeah,
now? I can
we
doll
know.
myself up,
I understand that.
honey.
So I'm excited to see you. And I seen you Saturday. We seen each other Saturday. Did you stay
Of
long at
course,
the
of
club?
course.
Did you?
I did, and I actually left, and I
Okay.
had fun. I did. I left.
Okay.
I'm like,
Well, hopefully we can go out and party after the reunion as a group, and we'll see how that goes.
of course, I would love to interact with everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go well. I'm so excited to see everybody that's gonna be in the building, even if they act a fucking fool, even if they rip each other's heads apart, bitch. I'm gonna be down for it all.
Yeah, and you're gonna sit there and just be the lady you are, right?
It depends. It depends if a bitch don't ruffle my feathers, baby.
Well, you say you're not wearing a pantsuit, you're gonna wear your dress.
I am gonna wear a dress. I'm not gonna wear a pantsuit because I kind of felt like pantsuit was going to prepare me to do all the foolishness,
You got you.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So if I put on that dress, I may have it stilled in my head. Act like a
Right,
lady.
right,
Don't act
right.
like
Yep.
this.
And
You
then if your
know.
hair done, you got your nails on, you got your heels on. Exactly.
I'm feeling good. If I'm feeling unbothered, I won't be touched.
Okay. All right. Any final thoughts
Hmm.
you want to give to the people? Any final thoughts about the episode tonight?
No, it was wonderful.
It
It
was
was
wonderful.
wonderful.
So we got about 6 more episodes
Absolutely.
to go. We got New Orleans, and then we got coming back. So I'm really excited for them to see. Like it's gonna definitely pick up after. Well, you'll see next week. We got a lot going on, and I'm excited
Yes,
next week, Karma. So just I'm sure we'll see each other on next Wednesday, honey.
absolutely.
All right, you have a good night, and thank you so much for coming up, Karma.
All right, y'all.
All
Mwah.
right, thank you. Give it up for Miss Karma.
Okay, the black.
Okay. What's up, brother?
I'm mad you cut her out when she was saying her name, the black
Oh,
sheep.
God, I don't. Let's not do the trouble. Yeah,
I'm not. Oh my god,
brother, you
look,
was not gonna apologize.
I just woke up. I really
So
so hold on. I really was gonna apologize just because I told you before, like the
you about
one
to do the
person.
reunion? Apologize at the reunion because I just feel like, yeah,
I feel like she's gonna be on one.
yeah. She said she don't wear a dress and stuff. I don't think she wear her dress. She not gonna.
uh,
She not gonna. I don't know. I was scared at first, but I'm not for some reason. But we never know.
No, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be really cute. This episode was actually really interesting.
So what do you think you and Christy go? Cause y'all, well, you really didn't throw no shots at Christy in your confessional. Christy was heavy on your neck though. No shade.
It's because, like I said, everything I said, I do it I do it, strategically and artistically. So.
And why would you just seldomly smiling while you telling her you don't see it for her? You weren't scared she wasn't gonna pop you?
No, I wasn't. I was not. I was not scared at all. Yeah, no. It was really comedy to me. Like the whole thing, I was like,
"How?" Yeah, it seemed like you was waiting to tell her that for some reason. It seemed like
my thing is, how are you always saying, "Oh, it's on site, it's on site, it's on site," and then we get right here, and it's nothing being done, and then I'm literally telling you everything I've been saying to you, and then even she even literally says in the episode, "Oh, we could have talked about it." But literally in the confessional, you're saying you're from a place where we don't talk.
Yeah, and this is the thing too. We kind of cut it out because we didn't want to. I cut a lot of the scene out where y'all was talking about how y'all were getting into it, and you kept telling her like, Christy, you was going around telling people you don't like me. So what do you mean I'm making a big deal out of it? So I feel like she didn't understand. Maybe she'll understand reality TV when you say it on camera that you don't like someone, and they found out about it. What do you expect them to say? I think she didn't think it was gonna snowball like it was when she was telling everybody she was not gonna.
And that's my thing. She's like, oh, what the fuck she say? Oh, like, about having an issue with me. I'm like, you're the one that was literally going around to all the people saying how much you don't like me. Mm-hmm. And then even when you had the opportunity, when I saw her at Ty's event, she was like, yeah, I hugged her and she didn't say anything to me. Hey, Bryson. Oh, let me turn my light on.
Hello.
Hey, Bryce, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
How did you?
Hi,
let me ask you this though, about your workshop. Did you feel like you felt like that I showed enough to show that you was educating the kids?
Yes, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, that's why I introduced it in the saying that I knew that Lottie and Mid had more experience, or they may have known a couple things, but I was just basically.
Bryce, I'm glad you said that. So that's why you kept asking Karma. I was gonna ask you why you kept asking Karma question rather than a group question, because you kept going to Karma.
Because I knew that Karma was new into the business, and she really didn't know a lot of the information. And a lot of times that I do notice is that there's a lot of missed opportunities. Like, a lot of artists don't know about sound exchange. They don't know about publishing. They don't know about licensing their music. They don't know about these different kind of things. And regardless if I'm got signed or dropped or whatever the case like that is, I did have quite a bit of education, and I did take advantage of the time that I was with those organizations, and I wanted to share it. And I knew that Karma, I wanted to even I told Karma to her face that what she could improve on her music. She will tell you that to her, like,
yeah, I think
she'll tell you that.
I think the whole group.
Yeah, I told her to that face. So when I was so confused when Bo said that the core 5 or whatever this, I don't know what this core 5 is 3 thing. I don't know what that is, but whatever this.
I heard is you, Christy, Lottie, and Karma, and all of y'all in the core 5. Is that?
Well, that's fine. I mean, that's fine, but it wasn't really like that. It was just more so. It was more so about I was trying to help Karma because I did want to help Karma because I did feel like Karma had potential. I just felt like she might needed a vocal producer. She might needed somebody to help her.
Well, let me ask you this.
Hold on. You know what I find just interesting. I don't mean to cut you off, but it is interesting that I feel like so many people throughout the season have literally tried to help Karma. And Greg, you could speak on it.
Why wouldn't we?
That's why I just asked Bryson, how you feel about her behavior tonight? How she just going on?
I felt like some stuff was a little escalated, but I felt like some stuff was valid because at the same time, there have been conversations that I've been privy to and conversations that have been had.
Bryson? What were the conversations?
Excuse me. Thank you. there have been conversations that, things that have been said about Karma's music and everything of that nature. When I first heard Karma's music, I wanted to encourage her because I didn't feel like she felt. I just like.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
But this is the thing. If Bryce is saying that everybody threw shade on the first episode.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like I just want to know what were the side conversations. Just because I feel like that's very necessary to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Where did these conversations come from?
First of all, let's, and this is the reason why the main fallout. So let's not let you want to go into that. But I don't want to give too much. And this is the reason why things go left is because there started to be conversations because a certain particular person, me and them at the beginning of the season, before the casting started going along, this person was letting me know about the other people that were on the show and saying things about their music.
You just not
so Bryson, you've always, so one thing I can appreciate about you, Bryson, is that you've always been very vocal about what is going on. So there shouldn't be any difference now. Say who said what they said. Because I feel like that's what happens.
I just said
is that a lot of times everybody says all these indirect things and then nobody.
I just said Ty.
Okay. And what did he say about these people?
He basically was trashing all your music. He was trashing everybody's music.
Okay.
Everyone's.
And to be honest, that doesn't like that doesn't surprise me.
Just the same way. Hold on, just the same way as you did in your confessionals about the level of Ty's music. Ty was doing the same thing on phone conversations about Charles. It was just what it was.
Good question, Bryce. Rebel, what was up with that? Why was y'all on top producer so heavy?
What you mean?
I'm saying y'all had to lie,
girl.
Oh, I mean, first of all, Greg, you asked the question. And like, I'm not one to stare away from anything. Yeah, in comparison to my producer or a lot of other people that I've worked with, the quality of his work isn't on that level. And I've told Ty this, I'm not anybody to be like, oh, talk behind your back, but no, I've been very vocal about, you know what I'm saying, about he's a great engineer, but to a certain extent, I don't.
That's not what you said, though.
Hold. What do you mean?
That's not what you said in the confessionals. In the confessional, you said that he was engineering and producing was not on the same level.
And that's what I just said.
But
no, you just said. Well, okay, well, clear that up. Just say that he's a great engineer, but he's not on my engineer's level. But in the confessionals, you didn't clear that up. That is not what you just said,
Greg.
I can't remember the word to word you said, but you did.
I said he's not. I started with he's not on my engineer's level, but he's a great engineer. What I'm saying is that.
So what's great about him? Then, if you say he's not on your producer level, what's great about him? And
I just love the way y'all backtrack, shading y'all friends, y'all so-called friends, and
how is it shading by simply saying that they're the person that they work with is, and the reason why I can say this is because I feel that to a certain extent, rock appreciates Ty Valentino.
And you also said that Ty's music was not up to par, according to you.
Okay.
So
you're saying
how is it when I say it's the problem and you attack me, but when you say it's I love my sis. I don't
because when you're saying it in comparison to what you've done or you're saying it to you're not even saying it to be like, oh, you're not even saying it to be, but you're literally saying it to be a kind of like a clown.
A clown.
Like, you don't say
okay, but that's the main reason why. That's the main reason why Lottie said the only person that seemed like they had mix and master music on a professional level is me. Okay, makes sense.
I don't get what you
Yeah, I understand. Like I said, delusion is a powerful pheromone.
Like I said, like I was simply saying.
No, Rebel. That's a fair question though.
What?
So why when Bryson said it was y'all had a lot to say, but when y'all said what's the difference? Just show me the difference.
So let me ask you this: when Bryson said it, what did I say about Bryson saying it?
But I said okay. Let me calm down.
So let me ask you this:
when I said it to Ty, hold on, Rebel. When I said it to Ty, I said it to Ty genuinely. I said it to Ty because I said it to him earlier, even when we were on the other platform, when we were on the other show. I told him that I'm tired of calling you, and I'm trying to tell you that you need to improve on this one and this one and this one. He even said in the episode when I talked to him about BMI and all the different songwriting organizations, he had to go Google it, and he learned something from me as well.
Exactly.
So at the same time, I was only reason I came from the place where I was just like, yeah, I understand y'all do all this music, but y'all don't want to appreciate that a bitch can say, I don't even know if I want to do music anymore. I don't even know if I want to be in a place where I want to do this anymore. I don't know if I want to be in the front. I want to be in the background now. But all y'all want to do is just talk about all this other kind of stuff. I was just telling him the truth. But you're the reason you are one of those people that just within the confessionals, how you've known Ty apparently longer than me, but you get in the confessionals and you shade him.
Okay.
So Robert, tell me that he was going to explain the difference. So explain the difference so I can understand.
So in actuality, whenever, and tell me if I'm wrong, when do I ever speak on specifically what Bryson is saying about Ty? What have I said?
You really don't object to it. Now would it come down to the music? You just say you wish Bryson did more music, but you never really attack Bryson quality in his music. You just
okay. So right. whenever Tyson and Tyson,
just because you release more music than me does not mean that your music is better than mine.
You're trying to get somewhere.
But that's the thing. Sorry. I'm never. But Bryson, when do I ever? When do I say because I release more music than you, I'm better than you?
You're true. That's true. I'll give you that.
Okay. At the end of the day, it's never been about your quality of work or whatever the case may be. It's always been about your attitude and your approach towards others.
But why do you go on confessionals and say, but I have nothing to show for it?
Because Bryson, you don't.
I do.
Bryson,
see what you don't. One thing that this is the reason why I know you don't understand is because and which I will show at the reunion. If you will see, you say I have nothing to show for it, but I'm a songwriter. I'm behind the scenes writing songs for other people in NFL and all these different, and I will show that. You go out here and do what you do on the side of the music business because that's only the way that you do. I write songs for other people, but I will show because my BMI records, my Sony, and my songwriting organizations will all show that. So you can say it's fake, you can say whatever, but I've written more songs than you have ever had,
and that
have been published. That have been published and are featured in mixes, and that's fine. That you don't understand that side of the business. You don't understand. You're the type of bitch that don't understand that what's his name? That wrote the McDonald's song, Travis Scott or somebody, whatever. There's lots of people that don't even know people who wrote songs for it. But I'm gonna show you what a BMI list looks like, what a credit looks like, and what a checks look like. I just showed a $7,000. You can ask all these bloggers. It was not too long ago. I just showed a check that I got for my publishing, but y'all didn't see that. Yeah, because you just constantly try to shade me just because I didn't want to do music no more, Rebel. And I guarantee you, one day, because you try to act like you some spring chicken, bitch, you're in your 30s. And when you turn 40 and you trying to sit up here rapping, and I have yet to see you present any kind of contract from anywhere.
Okay.
But I was tired that even though you may say I was dropped, you have not been presented with one.
That's one thing I take a lot of.
Keep going on your Instagram journey.
Okay, that's one thing I take a lot of pride in is that I am a self-managed and I have not gotten any type of contract. I have not gotten any type of deal.
Because you're a self-indulged artist. Nobody's biting. But they bit me. Was the Sony deal not the same thing? The Sony deal was first of all. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. And this is actually I just talked to them the other day after they saw some of them saw the episode. Let me ask you this: if I get hired if I get hired at Walmart, right, Gregory? If I get hired at Walmart, right, and I got a manager, and my manager get fired, do I still work at Walmart?
Technically, you still work at Walmart, but
wait,
let's put this in context. That wasn't in a scene. What that woman said, you explained later that she was fired or whatever what you were saying about, like she got into it with the label that she was in.
Yes, and she got let go, but I was still obligated. Okay, and also let's also explain this. Let's also put this behind the scenes. Gregory, why hasn't my music been featured?
I'm not going into that. I'm sticking to what we're talking about. I get what you're saying about that. That was a conversation you and her had later.
Okay.
She didn't say that, so we only can show what we had.
Okay, I'll say that for the reunion, but all I'm trying to say is, to get back to the scene, I do understand where Karma's coming from. I do feel like Bo was genuinely trying to apologize to Karma, in this situation. But I don't feel like you can't blame Karma for feeling that kind of way, because as things progress, as people will see how y'all treated her, and even in the beginning, y'all tried to play her all the time, and she can feel like it's not genuine. And I will put context behind that. Karma was feeling like, when she was expressing to me about the studio session, she did tell me, and she expressed to me that she felt like y'all didn't give her, not you, Rebel. Not you, Rebel. So they just felt like they weren't giving her an opportunity to express and do what she wanted to do. They didn't allow her to be an artist. They just try to tell her like, oh, okay, like it's almost like if I'm trying.
So what is the producer there for them? And that's the producer job to kind of direct you.
No, if you have that's why she needed a vocal producer. Okay. A rapper, and she made a good point. A rapper can't necessarily tell. They can if they know how to sing, because there's certain ways that you have to attack the booth and attack the mic, and you have certain projections and certain distances from the mic that you have to be when you're a singer and you're trying to hit certain notes so that you don't peak on the track and it doesn't make it distorted and all the other kind of stuff. Or it could be the way that you're attacking the track, like how Bo was saying, okay, well, I needed her to have a little bit more soul. I need you to be. But the way that it seemed as if you can understand, if she's coming in there and said, you asking me to come in there and sing something that you asked me, but also she feels like it's a replacement, and y'all just keep trying, let her do her thing, and then let her do her. And then if you have adjustments, then give that. But if you had a vocal producer there,
I'm not gonna take it from her feelings. I feel like she was wrong because she should have spoke up for herself. Like you and
I agree. I agree.
For her to go through the whole deal and not speak up, I was disappointed in that.
I feel like she should have just said, well, let me do what I do first, and then let's see how it turns out, and then let's give my critiques, and let's see what the engineer has to say.
Right. Maybe she didn't have the language.
Yeah, and I feel like the engineer, and this is a perfect example. I felt like the engineer felt like she was flat, or if she didn't deliver it the right way, if it wasn't conveying the same kind of energy that was necessary for the chorus, he should have stopped her and be like, nah. But different engineers give different kind of energy.
That's the engineer's job too? To stop
no, it's not the engineer's job. It's not the engineer's job is just to record you. They don't have to tell you that you flat. They don't have to tell you that you offbeat. They don't have to tell you anything. All their job is to do is they're getting it recorded, and they're just engineering the session. That's why I always encourage artists to know how to run a session.
Yeah.
Not just go in and pay your money. Learn how to look at the wave patterns. Learn how to do stacks. Learn how to do all that kind of stuff. Pay attention to what the engineer is doing. So, and get yourself a template. What you mean? That's all I was trying to educate, but most people just try to drag me because they think that, But you're in your 30s. I'm in my 30s. Like I don't understand. Like, well, not everybody's in their 30s, but everybody's not too shy from it.
Right. Yes.
And then eventually, and that's what I don't get. It's like, okay, well, we're still on the same platform, and then eventually, you would hope that eventually you are still going to be here when you are 35 and you are 36. Tamar Braxton didn't get her break until she was 36 years old, and she's still popping.
And you're absolutely right, Bryson. And I feel like that's something that we tried to say in the beginning, but to a certain extent, and I feel like to a certain extent, me and you have similar approaches when it comes to feeling, I guess, a little bit more established than a lot of other people, and it does get misunderstood. But yeah, sometimes I felt like when you get drunk, you get very.
Girl, we heard it the first time. We all know I get drunk. That was from the last show too, and that's apparent. That's my brand, honey. I'm gonna have me a cocktail.
It becomes less tolerable for me.
And I get that, and like I will say this to you, Rebel. I will say this to you, bro. I do want to apologize to you, and this I'm gonna be a bigger man about it, and I'm gonna apologize to you. I don't think you're.
Are y'all recording this?
Bitch, see, this is now. See, now you gonna have to make it be trashy. Don't give me too much. I will say your music is not trash. I will just I'm just like you said, when you have a personal thing and a music, like you kind of mix those two together. That's what you said with Chrissy. So I was mad at you. And I just didn't agree with you. So I won't say your music is trash. It's not something that I will. I think it was one of the songs that I liked that you had, but I didn't listen to the whole thing. But I did have an opportunity, and I did tell Greg. Greg did not tell you? I did go back and listen to everybody's music. Didn't I say that?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I would say that you're not trash. It's just not necessarily my particular type of music that I listen to, because obviously I'm a singer.
And I will take that. And I will take that and accept it. And I appreciate that, Bryson. And you know what? I still stand on everything I said about you.
Bitch, you know I can say, and you trying to say, oh, I feel bad. Like my whole thing was, why is that? If there's so much work that has to go, why am I? And you'll see later during the season, because you don't know, but you'll see. Why is it that there are platinum producers and people that got Grammys and all that they're working with me? If I was so trash, I don't get that.
I think y'all just identify, like you said. If Rebel said he take music personally, so if I don't like you personally, I'm most likely going to listen to your music. So I think y'all just take shots at each other because of personal issue with each other. That's safe to say.
Yeah. No, and it's not that I think that it's like, girl, if you come for me, I'm going to come for you, and I'm going to go low just like you go low. And that's constantly what I see was going on with the season. But I do feel like, I will be honest with you, based off of the way that I see that y'all treated Karma, I think it was convenient for Todd to contact Karma when she fell out with somebody, because Karma was not considered until she fell out with a certain person.
So, and then I do. So just to speak on that, I don't know all the details on that, but I think we need to make sure that all the facts on that statement is 100% true.
Okay, well, lay it out, please. Because I feel like Karma was right.
I never feel like for other people, because I feel like
what you say, Greg?
Everybody speak for me. And but
well, you weren't involved in this situation, Rebel.
No, that's why I said I'm not gonna. That's why before we make.
And I think Rebel, you really, I do respect it about you. I think even at Bryson event, you really didn't want to talk about when they were bringing Tyler, because remember they was trying to. I think Lada even referenced in her confession. She was like, "Is Rebel scared of Ty?" But she was like, "He's not here, so why would I?"
Right. I'm not. Y'all asking me to speak, like, say something, like say what Ty was saying. I'm like, that's not my place.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair. I mean, I'm gonna be, and this is probably for one time and one time only. I don't think that Rebel is scared of Ty. I think that they I think Ty wants it. I think their friendship is what really matters, and these kind of platforms can manipulate things, not manipulate, but it can kind of deter things.
It can put you in unexpected situation you normally
right, because you're doing confessionals, you know, you got comments and everything. I don't think that Rebel is necessarily scared of it, but if he wants to be out of it, I think that's fair for Rebel to be like,
but I'm saying,
you know,
Rebel didn't say nothing. But I'm saying Lottie said in her confessional that he must have been scared, but you didn't say nothing when he said.
And that's my thing. I'm always gonna speak on what I
said.
That
was weird.
I'm always gonna speak on what I said. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, go around and be like, oh, well, I don't. There doesn't need to be two Brysons.
What you mean two Brysons?
Exactly what you do, as far as even what you did in that whole scene.
Oh, you know how you bring.
You know
how you brought up
Christy. You need to say what you said about Christy, and I have no problem with saying.
Well, Rebel. Let's not do this. We are on a show, and you think I just randomly wanted to bring it up. You know what the reason why I brought that up.
But what I'm saying is that it doesn't need to be two of us. So granted, if you ask me,
that's what he's saying.
If you ask me what I said,
everybody can't be the bone for
what the fuck I said. With no
right,
issue.
but you're not gonna tell what I said because he's not there. So then your point is talk about me. I'm gonna own what I said. But I'm not gonna say that about Todd because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah,
right. And what Lottie did say that got cut out is that all parties need to be here.
She did. Yeah, she did say.
Yeah, that got cut out.
But then she got her confessional and said he was scared of her. He might be
Greg, you're like echoing.
I don't know why my thing closed.
Yeah, you are echoing kind of, Greg. It's not bad, but it's a little.
I thought it was echoing for me.
It's you, baby.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, Rebel, I honestly thought, my problem with you, Rebel, is like every moment that you and I understand we have different things. Like I'm always feel like I'm the best, and you have you are granted to feel like how you going to be the best. And my objective of me showing how that Sony deal worked out was to show people how things can go left, because the music industry is not always going to be black and white. Ooh, I get signed. That happens a lot of the times, and I wanted to show people how that can happen. And I was trying to show people. Yes, I'm now. Here's it. Like I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is a reason why I did that workshop is because I did not do what I needed to do because I was so excited. You can't say that I didn't have it because the first show that you came to, there was Sony execs there, and it was Sony people there, and it was the banner and everything. And the reason why my music is not on the show is because it gets striked every time because I'm still under obligation. So stop saying it's all a lie, Rebel, if you don't know all the business, but I do get what you're saying.
So that's what I'm saying. Because all the business is not displayed, we have to go off of what we literally see and
exactly. And I'll explain it at the reunion. I'll explain it and once I explain it, I just want you to. I have no problem with you trying to shade me, saying I'm an old bitch, even though you in your 30s too. And all that.
I'm 31.
Exactly, but you're still you're 31, but you're still over the gap. You're still over the gap. You're still according to the gay community, you're an old bitch.
Oh yeah,
you're an old bitch.
I love being.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop
calling me grandpa when you only 5 years behind me.
You literally call yourself that. But let me just say this. Can I just say this? Can you, when you do explain like the logistics and all that? Can you do that sober and then drink? Oh wait, this is
sure, I can do that.
So
I can do. I'm going to be more than willing. I'm going to be more than willing to do that because people just.
Oh boy.
They wouldn't have it. They don't know how the music business works, and I understand the reason how everything's works because I can't control what that woman had said. I can't control. She wanted to spin a certain narrative, but at the same time, I was giving you education. I was giving education based off of all the times that both of the times that I was signed, and I was giving information based off of what I went through. I didn't waste my time. I didn't waste my time saying.
Right. But also to take consideration the season. We got 6 to 7 more episodes to go.
Right.
Just it's gonna all play out. Everybody.
Okay. Thank you. You're right, Greg. You're right. It's what you say. What you said to me earlier. It's a sprint. It's a sprint.
It's a sprint. You don't. Yeah, you got more scenes. You do another scene talking about the Sony deal. So you go more into details. It just have to play out.
You're right.
But what Rebel.
What?
I'm sorry. There was a new person that just joined. I just saw that.
I was calling to Bryson. I was like, Bryson, this is the person that you said in the comments needed to turn on a ring light and get some foundation.
I sure did.
I'm being a Bryson. So say what you said.
I'm not. What am I supposed to do? I'm not backtrack.com. I'm not refund.com. I'm not the Better Business Bureau. I said what I said. You don't know I'm sorry, Mr. I don't know what you identify as, but you don't know anything about my deal. You just saw what you saw on TV, so or YouTube
and
or
that's
whatever.
What I reacted to.
Okay,
and that's all I
I'm
reacted
glad
to
that
was
you
what
do
I
what you told you to do, but you didn't do your research apparently, and you don't know the music business. So continue to blog and do what you do. I'm not hating on you. Do what you do. I just said I'm glad that you got a ring light now. You still need to work on the foundation, but you need you do what you do right now.
I'm literally wearing no makeup and never have in MD.
Well, I'm telling you that you should. I'm telling you that you should.
That's perfectly fine.
That's all.
That's perfectly fine and that's great. And once again, like I've been saying from the beginning, I hope that you believe in yourself enough to go independent and stop waiting for a label to give you the validation that you think you need.
So you should believe in yourself and hope that people care.
That's fine.
I
believe in myself and that's how I got here. That's how I got here. So what do you mean?
Oh my God, bro, so messy for that.
I'm here. So belief got me here. Thanks.
Okay.
Not everybody's hating on you, Bryson. Calm down, babe. It's all right.
Okay, Bryson.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Bryson, please not tonight, guys. Please.
I'm not doing it. Rebel just asked me to comment on what I said. I was like, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh no, because why would
girl get a ring light? But you see, he put on a ring light today. Like today.
When Bryson,
you're saying that like I've heard your comment. Like, okay,
well, you clearly up here, so
Brian. Hey Brian.
Because I was invited to be here. I was invited to be here. No one's chasing you, sweetheart. Don't make it seem like
congratulations. You can get
don't make it seem like someone is looking for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've been invited. You will see me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I will be around. It's no shade. No one hates you. No one has a beef with you. If you're upset, that is on you. God bless you and all of your endeavors. Like I said before, and like everyone has said, you are talented. So if you want to cast shade for whatever reason because somebody has an opinion about what you chose to show on television, that is on you.
At least Rebel, even though me and him have odds, Rebel said I gave him more context and he wanted more information. And then you, on the other hand,
I literally asked
for clicks and likes,
Bryson, you gotta watch.
I literally asked questions. Nobody does anything for clicks and likes. I did what I do because I wasn't asked to. It's very simple.
Bryson, you gotta watch the whole.
Well,
hello.
Questions, then be a journalist. I'm sure you.
So you gotta watch the whole thing, Bryson.
If you do your research, maybe you will get the questions in which you seek. You can't watch a clip and then expect to know everything. Just like you're asking me to ask questions and look for context, maybe you should do the same. Watch an entire clip and then maybe you'll be informed. Have an informed opinion. Not everything is shade, sweetheart.
Okay, yeah. So
all we can refer to is what we were shown on television. I responded to what I was shown and I asked for follow-up. Period.
So, Bryce, I'm not sure what's going on with your thing. How you doing today? Wow, that was a lot. How did that happen?
I haven't even seen the clip. I don't know what's in the episode. I don't know why he mad, but hey.
Yeah, so I just remember I just put a teaser in there, but you did break it down. So that's what I'm trying to tell him. He needs to watch the whole thing before he just go off. So I apologize.
That's perfectly no need to apologize. I know what I'm getting into. I know what I'm expecting, and I know what I'm dealing with. It's all good. It's no shade. Like at the end of the day, like I told you, like I say, nothing I say is personal. I'm responding to what I see on television. It could be anybody doing the exact same thing, and I would feel the exact same way. I don't got no beef with Bryson.
Right?
Like I don't know the nigga.
What was your opinion of me?
My opinion of you is you actually have my favorite music on the show. I feel like I don't necessarily I don't necessarily understand the extent of your beefs. Like it seems like it's all almost like I don't necessarily know why it's that big for you, but then I'm also not in the moment. So I recognize in watching reality TV, we're watching an edited scene.
As far as the Chrissy thing?
Well, yeah, because that's really your beef on the show. Like there hasn't really been any like really real interactions as far as you being negative on the show, except with Chrissy. So I'm like, I don't necessarily know all of the context behind that, but based on what we see in the scene, I'm like, did I miss something?
So let me give you some context. So the whole situation with the Leon at the park situation, and because I decided to, hold Leon accountable for bringing us all there and not really doing what he needed to do, Chrissy felt the need to then come on and say how I was bullying and started doing all this rah 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 ray crazy stuff. Granted, Chrissy in the confessionals was saying the same thing I was saying in person, but later on, like I said, she started going around. She went on a scene with Bo. She went with Ty, and was basically saying how much she didn't like me. I seen Chrissy on 2 separate other occasions, seen her like, hey Chrissy, mute. Never said anything about not liking me. So I just thought it was a little funny. I was like, why is, you're going around saying how much you don't like me, but you cannot physically tell me this to my face. So me being an artist, and I felt like this was an opportunity for you, this was an opportunity for us to put it in the music. Let me go ahead and rather than going back and forth, oh, bitch, you don't like me because we already get enough of that, all of that craziness. Let me go ahead and, kind of push some buttons because I literally wanted to be like, okay, let's put the storyline of what's going on in the show in music. It's supposed to be about real life and music. If I have an issue with you, then hey, Rebel has a song, about Chrissy. Then Chrissy can address it. And, it all can be good fun. Okay, granted, I may have said some, outlandish things or whatever case may be, but that's where I wanted it to be. It didn't need to be like, oh, bitch, I want to send you your location. We need to fight. It wasn't never any of that. It needed to be like, let's put it in the music. That's that. Apparently, like I said,
Chris was always trying to fight with you though.
Chrissy was always trying to fight, but also never trying to fight. So it just really kind of confused me because it was just like, if you're really about that, I've met plenty of people who, who don't take shit like that lightly and who will literally tell you they won't even tell you, they'll just pop you in your face. Granted, I've never.
Well, I got a question, Rebel. Where did I didn't understand that portion of it where y'all felt like, did y'all have a conversation where y'all got into it to where y'all felt like y'all didn't before the party? Did y'all get into it before to where y'all felt like y'all wasn't friends or something? Because I didn't understand that part.
The boot camp that you gave Chrissy a shot to, that she literally confessed turned her up to jump on me, that she later on apologized for, by the way, just to let everybody know. She later on came to me and apologized and said, after literally watching it back, you weren't being a bully. You literally were just asking, like trying to hold him accountable for what he brought us here. He couldn't answer. And that's when everybody was like, oh no, you shouldn't have said that. You need to leave. Nah, nah, nah. But granted, I never said it anything disrespectful. I never was like, this is after I literally asked him, hey, what was the purpose here? He couldn't answer. So now I'm just like, okay, now I'm getting upset. Now you've wasted my time. Now I'm irritated because I'm coming at you as, you know what I'm saying, trying to be real, and you're pussyfooting around, but you're supposed to be a manager. And now I'm pissed. And that's when the whole everybody got into it and all that.
I mean, I won't lie. I've said this to Leon. I did feel like it was kind of preemptive, you know, with the situation. I would have felt more as a manager if Leon would have kind of give more tips about how to recruit a manager or how to do stuff as a manager or what they do as a manager. But I mean, I think Leon did what he did, and it's not to say, let's just say if he's new or not, but there were still things that I will say this.
Hold on real quick, before you, because this the Queen of Petty, she's saying that I did not give him a chance to answer. So, like I said, with everything being edited, you don't really get to see how much opportunity that Leon got.
Yeah, there was. I ain't gonna lie, there was.
Even Greg, production can speak for himself and say that. How many times did you tell Leon, speak up, say something?
Yeah, there was a lot of opportunity.
That's what get me. He was so shy that day, but then at the end he had got so bucked. So it's hard for me to know which one is really him, unless he both. You know, he could. You know, people.
I think he was thinking about what he was trying, because after the whole exercise and after we performed and all the other kind of stuff, I don't think he had more like I don't know what else he could offer, but I knew what he was trying to do. Like I think Leon was just basically trying to say, "Hey, I have a radio." Basically, I think what he was trying to do was advertise that, "Hey, I have a radio station. I can put your music out."
He did try to get y'all on there though, but I
think that's where he was going. I don't think that he necessarily
he could never communicate it though. I don't think, unless he was just scared to say it. I don't know,
because after after Rebels event and after everybody was shading him, I mean, why would he feel?
Right. Well, yes, a fair point.
You know, he just kind of like, okay, well, I'm doing this event. I mean, let's be honest. You know, he had this event that he was just trying to do. It doesn't necessarily mean that Rebel needed it or Chrissy needed it or certain people needed it. He was doing it as a collective, just like I did the meeting that we did the workshop. Rebel, you may have known the information. Lottie may have known the information, but Lottie also said that she knew something. She got something new, and what's her name got something new. It may not be for you, but it may be for everybody else. You know, that may know something new. So there were. I think Chrissy's perspective was Chrissy learned something. Lottie felt like she. I think was it Lottie or who else said that they learned something? Like certain people were learning something and realizing that, hey, he may not, but performing in front of everybody on spot is nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't
that
wasn't even the part for me that like.
Well, hold on. Let me finish this spot, Rebel, and I'm gonna let you go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I perform in front of small crowds, and I'm working on this, when I perform in front of 3 or 4 people, I get nervous. If I'm performing in front of a large crowd, I'm confident. That's how I am. And
do you think it's because you can instantly get the interaction from people?
No, it's just because there's so many opinions. I can just say I don't give a fuck. But if there's 4 people that can show me their face or show me that they don't like, it's like it makes me feel insecure. So large crowds make me feel better. I mean, I performed, and I'm going to bring that to the reunion. I've been on American Idol. I've been on A Voice. I've been on all these other kind of places during the audition process, and I performed in front of stadiums auditioning, and it was comfortable for me. But when it started closing down to like a group of people, boom, boom, boom. Now it's only 5 people. I just got anxiety.
Well, Rebel, I guess you can address this. Lottie did say she brought up a point. You did tell him that you wasted. She referring back to the Leon situation. You told him you told him it was a waste of time before he could even finish.
And a lot of people didn't feel like that.
So I told him it was a waste of time after I asked him what was the purpose of this, and he couldn't answer. So I said, "You basically wasted my time. It was a waste of my time." To be honest, I don't even I don't feel like Leon deserves even this much attention, just because, like I said, he didn't last halfway through the even season anyway. So it's pointless to even bring this up.
It was referring to your James asked the question. Y'all was talking about that when
I'm referring to Lottie over here.
Lottie. Okay,
like I said, she's really just grasping for straws. It's kind of pathetic. It's actually kind of pathetic that we literally have watched Lottie, you know what I'm saying, be a completely different person throughout the season to this gangster whatever dyke you want to call herself in the comments and everywhere.
But no,
else.
I will say this: it's wrong for you. First of all, I just want to say, and I get what you're saying,
and don't say it's wrong for me to say anything about categorizing as anything, because this girl.
No, but do you know Karma's dead name? Do you know Karma's dead name?
You're not talking about Karma, bro. He's talking about Lottie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Lottie. Okay.
Oh no, I'm talking about the young man Lottie.
See, there you go.
Whatever she wanted to call herself, but
not the young man.
You see, y'all trying to get Karma on me. Karma ready to pounce on me already.
Yeah, but why? But Lottie does not identify as a man
today. Well, apparently, and Greg, didn't you say that Karma gonna be the only female there? Y'all.
Well, okay. I don't say that because I feel like Lottie is one.
Oh, you did say that, Greg.
Because I feel like I don't see her as a one. Like,
but when I say it, say it,
Gregory.
Wow.
Okay. I don't mean
Greg. Take that back. You didn't mean. He didn't mean it like that. He didn't mean it.
I feel like. Okay, well, I'm just stop talking when it come down to that.
Yeah, like he did. I'm sure you didn't mean it like that, Greg. Yeah. But
no,
I mean like girly stuff. Karma like girly stuff is what I'm saying.
Okay, but like I said, at the end of the day, I never wanted any type of beef with Lottie. Lottie has created this whole thing with me just because she's failed to, you know what I'm saying? She looks the way she looks throughout the season. She very much looks, very supporting cast. Like she gives great performances. Motherfucking Fire is a bop. I love Motherfucking Fire. I love Lottie as an artist. I've never disrespected her artistry. She has now, went on rants about my music being trash, but literally she's bopped to my shit. I have messages of her saying how great my music is, how much we've worked together. So it's kind of like I don't respect her anymore because it's kind of like you're not real. Like you're doing all this because you realize that you're kind of C-list compared to all, like, compared to everybody else, and it doesn't.
But aren't you C-list because you haven't charted either?
No. I'm saying C-list compared to everybody else, in like C-list in comparison to the show. I'm saying that like everybody is more of everybody kind of stands out and has like a very bold personality. Lottie just kind of like, oh, Lottie's just there.
Well, he's saying Lottie is not a strong presence. She can lead tomorrow, and y'all won't forget about her.
Exactly.
I kind of disagree. I'm sorry. I think that Lottie has
and honestly, for me, I feel like the reason that you feel that way, Bryson, is because you and her are not at odds. Because, like I said,
I've said. Listen, I've said the same thing about you. I feel like you got a great personality. I didn't say anything. Greg, am I wrong?
No, you didn't.
I said the same thing. I felt like you were great. But I just don't. Me and you don't see eye to eye. I don't feel like Lottie is. I feel like Lottie has a great presence too.
It's more of a supporting cast in terms of what she brought to the show. Do you feel like she give main cast energy? Is what
I just know. And when I say that, I'm saying it like the person that Lottie is now in the comments and in the lives and all that thing.
Like Lottie was not confrontational.
You know what I'm saying? Lottie was not even confrontational, but Lottie didn't
have all came in together. I don't understand.
Lottie didn't have that much opinions about anything. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the season,
not on camera, she did.
Compared to now.
But also at the same time, Rebel, you have also these things are pre-recorded and they are months old, and views change, and then also you are saying shit, and your views might change. It might be different now, but what you had before then, just like Bo, no shade, but just like Bo said, whatever he said, he backtracking and pussy popping and backtracking.com.
So hold on, Bryson. Let's.
So like I said, to be honest, like I said, I want to turn a new leaf with everyone. You know what I'm saying?
So
really, Rebel, do you?
Let's wait because after let's.
I want to turn a new leaf, but if bitches keep trying me, then I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna respond accordingly.
So I will say this. I'll let it go a lot of times because I know that these confessionals are taped like earlier on when me and you. But
hold on. Let me get to how do I say your name right, James?
Me?
Yeah, this is James.
Is it
Brian K. James? Yeah.
Okay.
Brian K. James.
First name?
He's
Brian.
Brian. Okay.
Oh, Brian. Oh, okay. That's different. That's cute.
So let's put a hold on that. So talk to the people of I guess Rebel and Bryson. Tell them exactly what you will be doing on Who's Real, Raw, and Ridiculous, because it's kind of going back into what Hakeem was doing for us on the first season of Real Life and Philanthropy. But can you kind of talk more about that? Give us context so they can understand it to the fullest, so Bryson can not be going off.
Right. So I don't come at you disrespectful.
Okay, you got the floor.
No, it's all good. For me, when you came to me with this idea, for me, how I watch the show is I'm watching literally what's being shown, and I'm giving my opinions based on what's shown and looking for what's going to come of that to either explain it, validate it, make it make more sense, make it make less sense. So I'm literally just reacting to what I see in the moment, and then I'm waiting for something else to come up later to either explain it or whatever the case may be. So in each episode, I'm literally just reacting to what you put out. Mm-hmm. And as the season goes along, I'm following the story to see how it develops. So I don't make snap judgments on people or say this is who people are, this is what's going on. I'm reacting to what I see, and then as it goes along, my opinions may change, they may grow, whatever the case may be. But as I see it, I react to it and ask questions as it goes along. Yes.
So you he's only reacting to the footage of that episode, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, Bryce. Let me unmute you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So my whole thing was during the after show, I explained to people, and I explained, which I appreciate Greg for doing that, that the female that was there, the young woman that was there, she did not give a full context of what actually went on within our deal. Mm-hmm. And in my whole thing is that if you just said that you actually look at what's going on and you follow up with it, then maybe I felt like you, and before you made that comment, I don't know when you recorded it, maybe you recorded it prior to when we did the after show, then you would have realized that she didn't give the full context of everything. But I feel like if you're going to comment on something and you're going to follow things through, then I felt like you should have realized that, like I said, just because I'm under Sony, but I have 1 year that's left, and that's the reason why my music is not played, is because it gets striked every single time. But what I'm saying is, you did not take the time to look at that. Or anything. You just tried to say it's a lie. Or Bryson just said it's a lie, and then Ty said is it. You didn't look at any context or look at further investigation besides making that video. Now, like I said, I don't know when you did it, but also at the same time, if you realize that you did not do your full context blogger thing to understand the context, or even look up any contracts or anything that was publicly published.
Right, but Bryson, also too, you got to remember, you set that scene up. You invited that woman, so I
did because I wanted her. I did.
I'll let you finish. You brought her there. So what I'm saying, I'm not denying what you're saying, but when a scene go out, unless you did explain on the after show, but that's the after show. Remember, that was like the latter of the after show. Everybody, that was like 2 a.m. That's when we were basically done. So what I'm saying, sometimes you have to do your due diligence of bringing that and showing that, because you brought that woman to me. You brought us to her.
Yes.
So when you say that you signed to her and she the one, that's the one you signed with. It's no reason for us not to believe her until you gave me the facts of that. But you also
exactly. But what I'm saying is that you as a journalist, Mr. James, if you said just now that you follow up the story, then and you follow it through, then I would suspect that you would look at the after show and you would look at the other context of the information to realize that she did not explain everything exactly the way that she should have. She did not explain how her relationship was with the label and how the rest of the artists that were signed under her had to deal with it. So what I'm saying is, yes, that's very true. You did it based off of what you saw, but you didn't follow up the way that you just say that you do.
Oh, Bryson,
that's all I'm saying.
But see, here's the thing. But see, here's the thing. I'm reacting to the episodes, and I didn't have the after show when I recorded that. So what I will
you
say
should have
is,
waited before you reacted.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. If you follow up, you should get all the information.
Bryson, oh my God.
But also in the episode, when it cuts back from the scene to your confessionals, what you're explaining in the scene is different from what's being explained in the confessional. So my personal wish is that I wish you would have given us the context that she didn't give us in the confessional that we weren't getting in that scene. Right, now, as the episodes played out, as the episodes played out, when I got that context, I would have followed up with the information that I had after the fact, because as I'm recording the episodes now, I'm watching the after show and the episodes at the same time. So in the episodes that I'm recording now, I'm reacting to the actual episodes and what I'm hearing in the after show, because after I watched the episode, after I did the first one, there was context that I didn't get.
Is that, and
I appreciate that. And I thank you for that.
Go talk to her too, because like I said, you brought her. So now that whatever she done, you like, they just need to be. I hope you got some stuff in writing where you could actually show, because like I said, remember, you invited me to come to her house. You see what I'm saying? And
I just think, like I said, in the context of it, I think that she was also trying to protect herself.
And that could be very true, but you never said that. If you thought that, you could at least say it like,
but Gregory, what I'm saying, in that moment, I was reacting to what she was saying, and then I told you that I had to go back and verify with other people that were on that were in control of it. I had to go back and find those people and get a real understanding and find out what happened. So at the moment when I first had that understanding, I invited her.
Give me the timeline when you found out the back part that she.
It was 2 days. It was 2 days after. That's when I contacted Dominique.
Dominique, okay, he told you.
And then he explained to me what happened.
Well, I wish you would have followed up with that, because it could have. We could.
Well, she wouldn't. She wouldn't.
Okay.
No, I don't think she would, because she's trying to make it seem as if there was something so wrong with what he was doing. But if he had such a bad business relationship, why would he have diamond plaques with NSYNC and Britney Spears and Destiny's Child and all the? Why would he?
I can't vouch for. He got all that at his house.
Right? Why he had such bad business? Why would he have all those plaques and do all those things? And why would he be associated with me if he has such bad business? That's why it didn't make sense. And that's why I followed up with him, because if I took her word.
You saying she done the scene with the intention to save herself but make that man look bad.
Right, because she at the same time, you have to realize that she re-released the album independently and asked me to still do this.
You said you was gonna still be with her too now.
Yeah, I did, because I did. I said I was still gonna be with her, and and we had an agreement that I could still release the songs that I released with her that we did with Sony in the compilation album, and then we had different terms, and the contract was null and void. But I still wanted to know where I was standing, and thank God that I did. That's where my music keeps getting struck anytime that I release it.
And I agree, your music do get struck, because that's why.
Thank you.
I don't want to. Yeah, that's but I just want to, like, for you to have that part and you to know that she was whatever she done, I felt like you should have followed with production and say, let me do a follow-up scene to talk to a friend or something, so we can follow up with a flashback to say, but we also have this. The only component we have is what she said. We never got a component after that where
exactly. And I will take full responsibility of that because I didn't want to. I was shocked about the information.
Yeah, you were.
And that's why I followed up on it. That's why I followed up on it, and we weren't able to take that information because it was information that she was giving me, and we weren't able to follow. Listen, let's be realistic. We still have real lives. We still have more jobs that we work. We can't film on a drop of a dime. Gregory, you can't film on a drop of a dime. So we've
been off filming still though. That have nothing to do with scheduling.
So what I'm talking about 2 days later, if she would have told me, if I would have find out this information and he's not available to film and he's not
even with him, I'm just saying you could have had a conversation where it can be like, it can be two component. So then at that point, it's the public job to believe what they want to believe, but we only have what she's saying is what.
And that's my fault. I'll take full responsibility, but I just didn't want to because of the way. I'll be honest with you. The way that it went,
yeah, you were surprised that she said some of that stuff on camera, though.
Right, but she had it wasn't. I can't say she wasn't wrong because some of the shit that she said was actually true. But some of the stuff that she said was halfway that benefited her.
Right.
So at the same time, I still have to think about when I first came here. Dominic trained me. He did all this. I had to still protect I had to protect my camp so I could still have the relationships. I'm not going to just go on camera and be like, oh, that's the truth. I can't do that.
Yeah,
I had to, but I didn't have, and it was my fault that I didn't say production. Let me sit on the camera with Dominic and explain it. That's my fault.
A friend just say, she said this, but I found out this. So then, like I said, you have these two scenes where we can show, and then it's up to the people to say what.
And that's my fault. That's my fault, and it's fine. People are going to believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
But I'll take full responsibility for that. But I'm not going to explain it anymore. But like I said, if I get hired at Walmart and my manager gets fired, I'm still working at Walmart. That's what my shit is not posted on. That's what my Gregory. How many songs did I submit to you?
I've confirmed that, Bryson. Yeah, I told you that's why I don't play your stuff because
because I can't do it. I can't release it without them Sony coming striking it. But I'm not signed. I was never signed. But y'all can do it. Get the fuck out of here.
You got to. They only going out what they see, so you can't.
And I understand. I understand. Listen.
But every time to get this heated, it's just like, don't get heated like that every time when you know that's all we had to work with. It's not like it was another scene we just denied to show the footage. That's
no. And that part, that part, like I said, I'll take full responsibility. It's just about it's like people just kind of like if I'm in a certain caliber or if I'm around certain people, it just seems like everybody tries to discredit me because there's no way that he knows the Pratt. There's no way that he knows so there. There's no way that he works with these people. It's kind of like they kind of like do that all the time with me, and that's why I'm like,
okay, I understand the frustration.
That's why I'm like, that's why I get so frustrated because y'all don't like behind the scenes. And what I will show, I have over 50 songs registered with BMI that I have written.
Oh, okay, we're gonna get into that.
Could I say something real quick, and then I'm actually gonna hop off, just because it's kind of a dialogue that's going on in the comments.
It's a little live over there.
Well, you're alive.
She needs to hear it. Lottie won, and that's all I'm gonna say.
She won.
Yeah, she won. Lottie won.
The live chat has been live.
I haven't seen the comments. So, I don't really.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh wow. Whatever. Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the comment. I'm not even gonna go back and
perspective on that. I hope to see you on Wednesday or next week sometime.
I'll see you next week. See you, Bryson. See you, Brian. Y'all have a good night.
See you, Patrick. Rebel 3.
Now Lottie got everybody calling him Patrick. She's so messy. She did it.
I swear to God, I was just like, who is the whole time? I was like, who is this Patrick person?
Oh, somebody else was. They were like, who is Patrick? Who is Patrick?
I was like, oh, that's Rebel. I was like, oh, that's his real name.
She did it on purpose. She's so messy. I know she did it on purpose.
But I will say this to you, Mr. James. I apologize. That I'm not gonna say if, because me saying if, you feel like that's not me taking responsibility. I will say that I did come at you aggressively because of the way that I felt like you didn't necessarily know, and because you only can see like Gregory said, you only can see what is projected on the screen, which is what most people will do. But there's more behind the scenes, which I will.
And he just said he doing his due diligence to watch, because he even comment on the after show. I seen recently, like he went back to like 2 weeks ago. I seen it. He coming, so I know he's watching it now. So he's going to consider all that when he speak. I just think you got to watch the whole thing sometimes.
Right. So I do apologize to you that I didn't give you that space and that opportunity coming new into the platform, that you can grow into learning more and looking at the shows and everything of that nature. I do appreciate you using that cute picture of me, though. That was cute.
So you did like that.
I did like that picture. I was like, yes. And he gave the little boop, and I was like, yes, give me that picture. But
it's literally all love.
And you'll realize that one thing about me, I might be a drunk bitch, but I tell no lies.
It's all love. And I think for me,
you might see him really, really, really soon. Got some stuff coming up. So you might see him sooner than later.
Girl,
and thank you for that. Like, I
hope not.
Listen, it's all love, and I get it. Like, we're artists and we're sensitive about our shit, and you know details that I don't know. I get that. So it's no shade. It's no BS. All I can say is that I see what I see and react to it. And then once I get new information, then I follow up and react to that. Right. So what I will say is that I apologize to you for making you feel like I was discrediting you as an artist, because based on the cut from the confessional to the scene, it looks like you're justifying being signed to a label that doesn't exist. And so that's why I was saying to you, you're more talented than needing a label to validate you. You are way more talented than that. You don't need that. Like this whole, like, it looked like you were creating a story to look like you were signed to Sony when you don't need to be signed to be validated. And that was really what my whole point of saying what I was saying was.
And I can understand
that. It was more so like you're more talented than needing that.
But can I say this? What I want to and I appreciate that so much, and I get where you're coming from. And what I'm saying is that I did have we filmed footage of a whole venue, of a whole ceremony, of a whole thing with me. Yeah, it was the first episode where the people came and everything. I was under the same impression. Okay, so it's not like and that's the reason why I keep emphasizing. It's the reason why I cannot release. And there was a time where I could not release music. I did not know if I wanted to do music anymore.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I wanted to do music, and that's valid for me. I just wanted to be behind the scenes. That's nothing wrong with me saying, you know what, bitch, just takes too much money, and I don't want to do this anymore. So I could be valid. Yeah, my song might be 3 years old, but it still hit. It still hit harder than a lot of these bitches' songs. But at the same time, all I'm trying to say is don't try to discredit me as far as my singing skills and all. You may not be able to sing. You may not be able to sing live just because I don't want to go to Apache Cafe, or I don't want to go to these different spots and do that anymore for free. I don't want to do that anymore. I get paid, and you'll see that when I get residual checks from BMI off of songs that I've written that half of these hoes don't even know about. And I will bring that at the reunion. And this is the part of the music business that bitches don't really know. Excuse me, I don't mean to say bitches, maybe hoes.
Yeah, calm
but
down.
they don't know about.
You begin to calm down. I mean, it's a sprint, honey. We got 7 more shows, 6 more episodes.
But I get what you mean. But I completely get what you mean, though. Like, I get it.
It was just the randomness of I've never met you. I didn't know about you.
I literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just like, who is this? It's like a person in the comments. Like, it was one person in the comments like, can you sing live? Because we've heard these songs. I was just like, well, bitch, I decided first of all, it was the pandemic. I couldn't go into no studio. The people that I was working with didn't want to go to no studio. They weren't doing studio time for a year and a half. And then I still had to find the right producers, and it still had to find the right beat. Yeah, Ty and everybody got their producers that they work with, but I like people. I'm sorry, but I would rather pay to have somebody that got some credentials behind them. I would rather have a Grammy Award winning producer that's giving me a discount that will give me a beat because they want to work with me. That gives me a little bit of leverage as far as where I am as an artist.
Do they give you a discount?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I have a song right now that's coming out that has not been released yet, but I will release it by the time the reunion comes out. It's going to be coming out on on the time that we take the reunion. It's called "Can You Hear Me Now?"
I'm telling you, Bryson,
and that song is massive.
I don't know if you watched the season finale of Real Life and Philanthropy season 2. Remember Bryson had everybody in the studio?
Yes.
I'm telling you, Bryson has so much fucking song. We were just like, this is all your music? And I'm telling you, every song was just like lit. Like, he got like about 20 or 30 songs already recorded.
Yes, but that's why I have the opinion that I have. Right. But that's why I have the opinion that I have, is because I
don't need the label because your shit is good enough where you don't need
because I've literally watched every episode from Real Life and Philanthropy up until now. I've watched both seasons. This show, I watched the entire thing. So for me, my comments are never malicious. It's never about shade. It's never about me not liking you. I'm always about
It's just kind of like what Gregory was saying. Like when we did Real Life and Philanthropy, like no shade, and I'm not trying to break the fourth wall, but we recorded this season was filmed very fast, and
you had a lot going on, and it was very fast.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot going on.
A long time, Bryson. We filmed in May, June, July, and August. You just had a lot going on.
That's it. 3. Yeah, it was a lot going on in between that time, and I already had a lot of music. I was debating on what I'm going to release and what I'm not going to release, and what I can release, and some producers give me clearance, and I had lots of songs that I have already recorded. And if you look at it, I invited everybody to the studio on Real Life and Philanthropy about the songs that I had. And everybody enjoyed it. A lot of people even calling you. It was a lot of songs. But why do they keep painting this narrative that I just got 2 songs?
See, that I don't know. My commentary has nothing to do with your talent. Because I am commenting on you guys because you're talented enough to be here. So that's never a question for me. I'm literally always just, and I can only speak for me personally because I'm the one that's doing the recaps. So I'm the one that's on camera talking the shit, right? So like for me, it's never about, there's nothing personal in anything that I'm saying. There's never going to be malicious commentary. I don't like you. It's never going to be me saying you can't sing or anything like that. I'm literally reacting to what you all are doing on the show and what's happening in that very moment. And as the story develops, my commentary develops. So I may like you more as it goes along. It may change. My opinion may be completely different from my first recap than my last one. You know what I mean? It just all goes on based on what plays out and how I see the story develop from the episodes to the after show.
And I appreciate that we're having this conversation because
Sure.
I do appreciate that. And now that I understand where you're coming from, and welcome to the Real Life and Philanthropy, Real Life and Reality family. And you know, I get that, but I just want you to have a little bit more coof when it comes to when you speak on when you see the show. Maybe wait to see. Maybe look at the comments, or maybe you may not get all the context. And I understand that you may only be able to get what you can get from what you see. But when you do get updates, do that too, because it's unfair for people to be like, "Oh, it was all a lie." But when you find out, okay, well, he was signed under Sony, but he was signed under a label under Sony, and the label got dismissed. And okay, just like how Rockefeller, because how you did it on your channel was, I just want to talk about how Bryson just went his lie. That's all, just like a lie. I was signed to Sony, and I was signed under a Sony contract. The label got dismissed based off of the way that they disrespected it, but I was still signed under Sony, because Sony will still try to, either they're going to shelf me and wait till my shit goes out, or wait until my expiration of my contract, which it seems like they're going to do right now.
Bryce, I'm gonna ask you this. We gotta wrap it up. So you still under them? You only signed like a 2-year contract, right?
3.
Oh wow.
My year is up in next year in February.
Oh wow, that's not too far.
It's not. That's why I was just like, okay, well, I like on my song "Can You Hear Me Now" is going to be released. I'm going to release it.
So to be clear, the lady we met with, she have nothing to do with anything no more.
Nothing. No.
Okay.
It will be under Sony, but it won't be under her.
Okay.
But I don't have any. They allow me to release music, but they still have certain rights on how it's distributed. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. What was your question?
But she doesn't have any stake in revenue or publishing or anything of that nature. I can release it now because she's been demolished. She's not demolished, but she's been. Meaning Sony is saying, hey, we released you. You're a Sony artist, but we're not going to give you any money. But let's see what you do now. That's how it is.
Okay.
Gotcha. So will we see more of this part of the story develop as the actual episodes air, or will the explanation of all of that strictly play out in the after show and the commentary that comes in outside of the actual scene?
On season, I will definitely give you a guarantee. I've reached out to, after seeing how this season played out, I'm confident that season 2 will show you. I made the mistake of thinking that people will understand the behind the scenes. I think I made that big mistake of people appreciating that I have knowledge and going through my ups and downs. But now and also I do want to help people understand the fact that there's a period where, perfect example, Miguel is still a nice artist. What album has he released? Bobby Valentino is still an artist. He's still signed, but what album has he released? Genuine, Busta Rhymes, they're still under contracts, but at the same time, you can still go through a period. You was like, do I really want to do this? And that's where I was at. I was just like, do I really want to do? I would rather work. And I just was like, and I'm dealing with young people, not young people, but because Rebel's the same age as me. But if you think about people like Chrissy and Generation Z and all other kind of stuff, I'm like, well, do I really want to go through and try to compete with y'all and trying to go back and forth with y'all and try to explain things and y'all keep y'all of course Generation Z is gonna eat up. Oh, he's old and he's this and he's that. I'm like, do I really want to do this? And like, do I really want to pay $1,000 or $2,000 to get a record done? And when I have a rent and I have responsibilities, because when you get older, your responsibilities go up. Come on, let's not front.
So, question
Real
though,
shit.
it costs you like $1,000 when you go in the studio.
It cost me all for me. Cost me it all for me. Like my first record that I released once I got released was on my own. When I would do it with Jeremiah Atkins, look him up. That was $1,000, and he gave me and it's originally way more than that.
He gave you a discount.
He gave me a discount just because he wanted to fuck with me. It was $1,000 just to record.
Well, who was the guy we filmed that with you in that place? Remember that studio we went to? Who was he?
Yes, that was the Bratz. That was the Bratz people.
Okay.
And he was the one that told y'all that he was giving me game. He was like, "Yo, bro, you're talented. You could do vocal producing. You could do." Remember that, Gregory?
Yeah, that's.
He told me all the different venues of the things that I can do because I don't have to do this music shit where I have to release music. I have ability and I have enough education and enough skill to be able to do things. But just because y'all feel some people feel like it's necessary for you to feel like somebody that decides that they want to take a back seat and I'm on the same platform as you and you all you want to do is go and perform. I don't want to perform anymore. I have a job that I have to do. I would rather get paid. I would rather get paid to go into a studio session, not go on some karaoke night. No shade.
And I think that that's part of what played into my commentary. I think it came off more strongly worded and it misled the intention. I think for me, because I've seen you on the show with the vocal producing, with you doing the session with the artist who I can't remember what their name was, where you coached them during that session on the other show and like all of that stuff. In the way that it played out is the way that it played out. And it looked like you were selling yourself short. And that was more so what was frustrating me. It was more so like, you don't need Sony to be Bryson B Money. Like, because what it looks like, it looked like she was telling you this label doesn't exist. And it cuts to you being like, oh, I'm under Sony. I'm still Bryson, bitch. I'm under Sony. But I'm like, you're Bryson without Sony. You're Bryson without Warner. You're Bryson without Atlantic, RCA, especially RCA. But
I know RCA is bad. Well, RCA is under Atlantic, so
well, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. But I think that was the root of my frustration. Was like, it seemed to be more about a label than being about Bryson being an incredible artist, and I think that was more so the intention of what I was trying to say, and it came off worded more strongly.
Because nobody gives me credit as being an incredible artist or a talented artist. Nobody does.
And that I don't understand.
But the rest of these bitches could never have a scene where they could present it with a contract. I did.
Fair enough. And that plays into my point. And like at the end of my thing, I was like, I just want to make sure that you are always believing in yourself, to know that no matter who's around you, who got you on paperwork, who's putting money into you, that your artistry is worth the exposure that it's getting, regardless of who's attached to it.
Not to interrupt you, I didn't.
That's good.
And that's the reason why I haven't released songs, and you don't see me in the studio and all that. And I had job transitions, and I had a lot of things going on. I didn't believe in myself. I was just like, why do I keep? People were like, oh, I like your song. They'll download it, but it wasn't enough to make me enough money. It wasn't enough to put me on. But guess what I had to do? I had to. All for me was the first time I heard my song played in the club was I was at I forget what lounge it was, but that's because I paid $200 to be on a playlist, and that's when I realized, okay, bitch, you gonna have to pay money to be on playlist. That was it. I remember I was in Atlanta. I was in Buckhead, and I heard my song being mixed in, and I was like, oh shit. And I heard my song being played. I was hyped as fuck. I had a section, and I was with my homeboy, and I heard my song, and they was hyped as fuck. It was like, Bryson, this is you. But I also had to pay $200 to be on a list of a playlist, and I just so happened to be on But also, I realized that my song was good enough for him to feel like he had thousands of songs on there, but my record was good enough to be played. I realized that I have to spend money to make money in this game. And that's realistically, nobody has $200. Nobody can just be like, oh, $200? Oh, $500? Or $1,000? Oh, I got it. Unless you got 8 roommates splitting $700 rent in Riverdale. That's not me. I live in Midtown. You know how much my rent is? I live by myself. My rent is $1,500 a month. I can't just drop and go to the studio and release a song. And the people, I'm just not, just like Bo said, you want a certain quality, you got to pay a certain amount.
He shows it.
That's a fact. And that's a fact.
So you can record as much as you want, baby. But I have a certain, and Lottie said it in the beginning. The only person that she felt it was quality and was mix and master was who?
She said Bryson.
Because I spent money. And the reason why I'm not releasing the song I'm going to change it up on season 2. Y'all going to see, because I already reconnected with her, because I'm tired of this slanderous.
You have old music you can go back and let me see. All those songs you played at the season finale was really good when you
I could, and I am. I'm going to release an EP. And I'm going to release a journal. I'm going to call it The Journal. And it's going to be all the old music to show how skilled I was back in 2010, 2000, whatever. It's still better than what the fuck y'all doing. And I was recording that shit in my living room, and it still sound better than what the fuck y'all got.
No reading session, honey, tonight. Say that for.
I mean, I just think that that's more so what I'm excited to see. Like I'm more so excited to follow your personal journey as an artist, because you know, when you get in with this group, and it's not saying that this is like your intention, but it's just what happens when the shit plays out how it plays, because you're on a show in the group and it just happens the way that it happens. The whole artistry of you all gets lost, and it gets caught up in this whole who's who, who's on what level, who's doing this and who's doing that. And the beauty of your artistry gets lost, and that's more so what I'm looking more so forward to see. I want to see you vocal coaching. I want to see you doing these songs. Putting together the journal. I think that's more so what I care about. So getting lost in this whole Sony Orchard music, does this exist? Who's this person? Who's this poet?
Though you have to also understand.
No, I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying it's you. It's not saying it's you. I'm saying that that's the circumstance that you're getting caught up in, just because that's how it's playing out right now. Not saying that's your intention, but that's just where you are right now. So once this all plays out and this is all done, I'm going to be really excited to see you doing the journal and seeing what happens after this. Once you're done with this whole lady and the Sony Orchard and the deal and all of that, once that's over with, I'm ready to see you just be Bryson the artist. Because getting mixed up with that, with the whole group of it all.
And they're going to see next season. See, one thing about me is what I want to show, especially next season. And you'll see as the season goes on, my voice got blown out, and I wasn't able to sing for a long time because
your vocals got blown out.
Yeah, you remember, Greg? I couldn't speak.
Oh yeah. I didn't know there was like a permanent.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 months, almost 6 months, where I could not sing because I screamed, and it was when me and the whole piss in the comment, I'm a piss in your mouth kind of thing went down in the preview.
Okay.
Yeah, my voice went out and I could not. So what I'm going to show people next season is me going to a vocal trainer. Beyonce goes to vocal training every day. Michael Jackson went to vocal training every single day. My battery's shutting down. I'm gonna come back.
Okay, Bryce. Okay, Jane. So, we're gonna put out the first episode, which will be episode 4. You got to still do 5, and now you got to do 6.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
I've got my notes written for 5. I'm excited to watch 6, and we're gonna get them done this weekend. I'm excited.
Okay, I'm excited for the weekend. We got some events this weekend, so I'm excited about that. And then of course we're going into next week. So I'm gonna be busy from now all the way up to next Thursday.
My schedule is filling up. While I'm in Atlanta, there's gonna be a lot of things that I'm doing. I can't wait to see you. There's so much things going on, and it's gonna be a nice little week. I've got a bunch of things going on, so we get ready to have some fun. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. So so like I said, actually I'm thinking about like, okay, I gotta start now. Because Saturday we got the event and then next week we got the other event. So these like 2 events. I gotta make sure that's on point. But I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that's about to come. I'm excited for your segment as well. So yeah. Any final thoughts, comments, or anything like that you want to leave with the people or anything like that?
This has been a hell of a welcome to the Real Life Reality family. I love it. I appreciate it.
You know, Bryson opinions is not the opinions of Real Life Reality.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I really don't take, things personal. It's all good. I understand they're artists and they're sensitive about their shit, so I don't take it personally. It's all good. It's all love. But yeah, and then on top of that, I've pretty much watched 2.5 seasons of Bryson at this point. I know what I'm getting.
Gotcha. Yeah, Bryson.
So it's all good. But one thing I will say to the cast, my commentary is not malicious. I'm literally just watching y'all, and as your story develops, my commentary will develop with it. So as your story grows, so will my opinions. But it's all love. I want the best for all of you, and my commentary is really because I want to see all of you be the absolute best that you can be. And if it sounds shady, it's because I'm a Virgo. So sorry about
Bryce, we done with that. Any final thoughts for the cast? Any final thoughts?
Yes, I think that in regards to the way that everybody, from what I'm saying is like, especially with like what I'm noticed, that people say things when the beginning and then they try to hide their hand and say, I didn't mean it like that. This is the way that, I meant it like this way. And no, you said what you said, you felt what you felt.
What Rebel was saying in the confessional about.
Yes, I think that's necessarily the way that they felt. And it was like, oh, now that I know that, no, now that you're just cool with them, or you don't want to ruin your relationship or anything of that nature. Now you want to backpedal and pussy pop. You just felt like your producer was better than just stand on it. I think that's the most important thing. I think my producer is great and my engineer is great and everything of that nature. There's nothing wrong with saying that, but don't come on here and saying that, oh, when you see it play back, now all of a sudden I didn't mean it like that. Just like Joe said what he said.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Because I definitely can feel that, like, you can feel how you feel in that moment, stand on how you felt in that moment, and then once you learned new information, say, okay, well, that's how I felt then, this is how I feel now. That's completely fair.
No backpedaling, no pussy popping, baby.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the thing I don't appreciate is I think on the reunion, I think the reunion is going to be interesting because hopefully we'll be able to show, like, even there was one moment, and Gregor, you may have me mentioning this, it might be previous, but Vo said that Ty couldn't touch me as far as musically.
Yeah, he said that. Trust me, we're gonna address that at the reunion.
Yeah, but then he back pussied and pulley popped on the live, and then he did the same thing today. Yeah. He said, "Oh, well, I don't. This person is cool and da da da." But you just said he was trash, and he did. He's never on the level, and it's just kind of weird. Like, why are you stand on it?
Yeah, I agree. You stand on what you
say.
Yeah. Any other thoughts before we get out of here, Bryce? And we won't talk to the people again till after the reunion. So of course we're gonna have ain't no telling what type of story we'll have after that. So we won't see you guys till next week or the week after next after we film the reunion.
The last thing I want to say is I want to thank Lottie for giving me my flowers on education.
Because she did. She really did. She
did. I did really take some time, even though he felt like Rebel felt like it was elementary and everything of that nature. He's still not registered, but at the same time, I do want to thank Lottie and I do want to thank Karma for. I do think that Karma's feelings were valid, and I wish she was up here because I wanted to talk with her so I can talk with her about when we were in the car, and I was telling her about how I felt.
But that's the next episode. So you
okay. Well, then that makes sense.
Yeah,
I definitely felt like to speak on how things progressively to now. I do feel like a lot of people did not have, even in the beginning when I first met Karma. Until I met her and spent time with her and felt what I really didn't. I didn't. A lot of people didn't have respect for her.
Yeah.
But until you meet her and speak with her, and I felt like her story. I mean, there was certain gaps in her story that you would
I'm glad you said that. Let me ask you this: how did you feel more that she showed the GoFundMe of the account? Because I remember on the first scene we didn't show all of that.
Right. It was validated. Regardless if it made $30 or $20, people still gave money. And it showed that they made $2.5 million based off of and Karma was in the picture.
Yeah, she was in it.
That's the end of it. You can say whatever you want, bitch. Karma and her story made $2.566 million.
Right.
You can say what you want, but that's what it is. So
and that's what she said.
That's what she said, and that's what it showed. You can say what you want about whatever or the logistics of how the situation went down, but Karma's story and the rest of the girls' stories made $2.566 million.
Yep.
That's the end of it. So you can't take that away from Karma. And if Karma feels like, you could feel like her story was worth $1 million or worth whatever she got paid, it don't matter. The story still made money. Now, the bitch could have been shady. I mean, honestly, the bitch probably was greedy, and she was just like, oh, bitch.
She said she wanted $1 million.
Yeah, she said she probably was expecting a couple $1,000, and she saw it was a couple million. She was like, bitch, here you go.
Right.
Here you go.
Fuck that 1,000, girl.
Right. Fuck girl.
We need to renegotiate these terms.
Just to get a couple hotel nights.
Oh, but okay, I really enjoyed this, and like I said, I'm excited for you guys. So I don't think a new episode gonna air Wednesday, but I'm gonna do a supersized sneak peek when we go into New Orleans, so y'all can get some explosive footage of New Orleans. New Orleans is crazy. It's about to be crazy.
Yeah,
when I tell you,
it's gonna go.
Nobody got rest in that house for real. Cause
New Orleans was. Mr. James, if you think you got commentary now, you want to have extreme
New Orleans.
I'm going to have questions. I can already tell. I'm going to have lots of questions.
Make sure that you hit the bitches up that was in the scene and ask them questions.
I will see. That's the thing that I want everybody to take from my commentary is that it's open-ended. Like I'm always leaving room for someone to either tell me something that will change what I saw, like with your case. Now that I know the context, now I know different, or validate what I'm saying.
Cool, though, James, if you want to, you can hit them up, and if you want to invite them on it as you do the shit,
like do a live or something.
That would be good too, because like I said, at the end of the day, James gonna be doing all our commentary across on all shows because we got real life in. Philanthropy about to come out with Bryson about to be a part of that, which that was a crazy season with a
that trailer.
Yeah,
that trailer.
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
So
yes, you are.
Yeah.
So with that, he's gonna be doing commentary. So it's important that I want him to have a good relationship with the cast to know that it's not malice. He only doing commentary, and he's gonna be doing commentary across the whole network because we got a lot of stuff planned for this. Like,
I'm glad that you switched to Mr. James. And what was the other bitch you had?
There you go, Bryce. I'm not doing.
I'm just saying.
I comment, but see, here's the thing. I got this gig because I leave these thoroughly worded comments because I care about the show. Like, I genuinely like you guys. Right. So exactly. I have these very thoroughly worded comments about shit that's happening in these scenes, and I'm having these deeply detailed thoughts. So it looks like I'm just like I'm just spouting off random opinions, but they're heavily thought out.
There's the thing that I like about you. You said detailed thoughts, and I'm glad that and I love Gregory Down. I love the network Down. They gave me an opportunity. I have been.
Oh yeah, we also have some other stuff with Bryson for the summer that we can't wait to.
Yes, can I tell them? Just a little hint.
No, because we got a film reunion. No.
Okay.
After the reunion.
But
we'll talk soon.
I do. What I do appreciate about you, James, and I don't think that we're going to have a problem moving forward, even if you do have an opposition against how I view, how I come across, or if you disagree with me, is that the fact that you're just, now I know you're just coming off of what. Now you know where I'm coming from, and I would ask you to say, hey, get the full context, and you're willing to do that. And if you're willing to reach out to me, if you have a misunderstanding about something, or you want to have a full context so you can do it, you have the availability to me. And you have the availability to every cast member. And I appreciate that you're willing to do that, because
absolutely
production is going to do production. They're supposed to make a great show. You're supposed to make commentary, and production.
And it's a cast for after shows, for conversations. Like, I'm glad you just perfectly said it. You like said production gonna do their job, commentary gonna do their job, and it's the cast job. So I get the frustration. At the same time, I just want you to be like, when you explain it or you show the proof, you don't have to always pick up the emotion again, because you already explained yourself. And
part of my job is fleshing out what production doesn't show. So I'm literally talking through what I'm seeing. And then now that I have the availability and the access to you guys through this platform to flesh out the stories even more, now I can reach out to you guys personally and be like, okay, I have questions about this. What was going on? And then I can get in my commentary and be like, okay, what y'all didn't see, what y'all don't know is this. And what's really going on is this, and this. And it can break it down even further. So I'm not against any of you guys, even though you guys may not like some things that I'm saying. It's just because I don't understand what I'm seeing. So as the story is going to develop, as it makes more sense, I'm going to help the audience make more sense of it as well. So I'm really trying to help you flesh the stories out even more.
I also want to address two things that I see.
Sure.
Sure. The reason why I blink is because I am anemic, and my you don't understand how your blood actually really contributes to your body. So my because I'm anemic, my blood, it like the hydration in my eyes, it goes low. So I have to blink to rehydrate my eyes, because it will get real dry. So I
thank you for explaining that,
because a lot, because it doesn't do it at the way that you would do it. The also thing that I also want to generate is please recognize that everything that I have said to anybody and beyond, it's not that I'm trying to be messy. It's just because I want people to. You're not going to. One thing that I don't want to do, and I realized that on the other show that I was on, which was Real Life Influence, which I'm still going to be on, but
absolutely,
yeah. But at the same time, why would I? If somebody is my friend or somebody I'm getting close to, and I hear somebody talking about them, and then later on, if I don't say anything, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to call me and say, "Bitch.
Why didn't you say something?"
So I have to say it.
What you did with Chrissy, I completely I would have done the exact same thing because I would have been thinking the exact same thing you were. If I'm sitting here and this person is my friend and I'm sitting here watching my friend listen to somebody talk shit about me and they're within feet of me and say nothing, I'm looking at you crazy.
Right.
You did nothing wrong there.
On playback, you were like, why didn't you tell me nothing, bitch? If I didn't say nothing, then I would have looked like the fake bitch. And and you don't realize this whole season, everybody said, I wish I would have trusted Bryson. I
actually commend you for that in my next review. For the episode 5, I actually commend you for doing that because I was like, I would have did the exact same thing. Like I'm not finna sit here and stand in the midst of the shit talking and then watch my friend watch this back and be like, well, why ain't you saying nothing? Because you're not finna be looking at me crazy.
No, hold on, but I want to make this clear. Me and Chris, this should show you how loyal of a person I am. Me and Chrissy were in the beginning station that we weren't friends. We were associates. We had just we weren't friends. We hadn't had that connection. But at the same time, I liked Chrissy. I liked what he had he hadn't given me any reason to disrespect him or make it seem as any reason for me to talk about him. When we were outside, I was like, I had to tell him about the conversation. Because I was just like, it's like I'm not going to be that fake bitch. Because
it makes him.
First of all, I'm a big bitch. If you see me in person, you ain't going to fight. I already know that. Secondly, you already know that I'm going to say whatever the fuck I need to say. And my mouth is quick. I'm from Jersey, and I'm going to get where I need to go. That's why a lot of girls don't want to go toe-to-toe with me when it comes to the mouth. My mouth is quick. Regardless if I got fake teeth and veneers or not, the mouth is still quick, honey.
2 things. One, I'm glad you explained the thing about the blinking because, like I said, I've been watching you since episode 1 of Real Life and Philanthropy. I never noticed that until episode 4 of Real Life and Music. I never noticed that. So it was literally something I was seeing for the first time, and I was like, "What is happening?" And I'm all about knowing about like nervous tics. So I was like, are you just trying to like explain yourself through this moment and it's manifesting physically? So it wasn't like I could read to you. It was just the first time you're saying that.
Me, or are you talking about, what are you talking about specifically?
Just in the confessional, when you were explaining what was happening with the scene with you and the lady, it was the first time I had ever seen you blink in that capacity. It was my first time ever seeing that. So I thought it was just like a nervous tick in the moment because this situation was like a whole lot of shit you just probably didn't want to deal with. And I was like, I'm just trying to get this over with, talk through it, and move on.
And Gregory knows this because he's filled my confessionals. When I'm trying to explain things, even right now, I blink because it is like I'm trying to hold myself back from trying to do like extra, or trying to say something like I'm just trying to like gather myself together. That made my tick. Sometimes my eye might go cross. Like this eye, what might go cross is like
I never noticed it ticking. I film his confessional. I never noticed your blinking, to be honest.
Yeah,
I never saw it until episode 4. I never noticed it before.
No, it's just because I think that the girls they're mad that have dental implants, and if girls don't know what dental implants is, that means I got all these front teeth extracted and I got new ones screwed into my mouth. That's it. And I'm not ashamed of that. I don't care about that, but girl, look at them.
They're done.
Girl, please. Don't get mad because you ain't got K credit and your credit score is not where it needs to be. But I'm where I need to be. But at the same time, my whole thing was that I blinked because I'm trying to think, because when I'm reading, and Gregory, you know this, when I'm reading, don't I look at the camera like this and I go off, don't I?
Oh yeah.
When I'm trying to think, I'll be like, let me. because I'm trying to hold back, because a lot of these girls don't want to go to, a lot of these girls can't go to toe to toe with me with my mouth. My mouth is quick. I'm very quick with it. I'm very quick with it. When I want to read you, if I don't read you, it's because on purpose. If I want to read you, I will definitely read you, and I will do everything that I can. And I will read low, I will read left, up, right, and down, and you will not kill me.
Love that for you. I absolutely love that for you.
You just need. I'm really nice. That's why me, Lottie, Chrissy, Karma, the rest of the other people, like, we get along because we don't intentionally. There's one thing that I cannot stand. It's one thing if you give me direct shade, I respect you so much. Be like, bitch, you look like a fucking traffic sign, bitch. You know, give me direct shade. But he'd be like, oh my God, you know, you giving me so much indirect shade. That's what I know it's shade, and you're trying to make it seem as if that's what I got a problem. Bitch, stand on your shade so we can go toe to toe.
Fair.
So, because when you try to give me indirect shade, what you can try to do is sort of like, I don't know what his problem is. He's crazy. That's what I don't like. Clearly, like, perfect example. When Bo was up here and Karma said, I don't need the feature. And what Bo said, are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Word.
And
my word.
He didn't throw shade.
Right, that was shady.
That was shade.
That was blatant shade. That was Nicki Minaj B.O.B. shade, and I live for it. So go on.
But guess what? When he says, are you sure? That's a passive aggressive way that he can say, that wasn't shade.
Correct.
That wasn't this. And that's what I don't like bitches like that. If you want to come at me directly, come at me directly. Let's go.
Yeah.
I respect you.
Passive direct is that passive.
Yes.
That's for the birds.
And that's what this whole cast, not the whole cast, the only people that I really, and that's why the only people that I really was, Lottie will always tell me the truth. Karma she's just gonna say bitch, she gonna go crazy. You got
it was her approach.
Vo is just, you saw what he did on the last live. He told me that I was better than Ty on every level, and told Ty that he can't touch me. But now all of a sudden it's something else because he didn't want to ruin his relationship. Fake. And then you got who else is there? Girl, child. You got what's his name?
Chrissy, yeah.
You got Chrissy, who understand, and you also notice that every single time that I have mentioned something to somebody, they always said, I wish I would have what? Listen to Bryson.
All right.
Am I lying?
You're not.
I warned everybody about what the fuck Ty was doing. Didn't I, Greg? I warned everybody.
Ty definitely had y'all things set out for each other.
I warned everybody, and nobody wanted to listen to me. And they thought, oh, okay, well, at the time I was 35, now I'm 36. They were like, oh, well, this
Happy
old
birthday.
bitch. He ain't nothing. He ain't got no music out. Girl, I'm not releasing no $35 an hour studio equipment kind of shit. You think I'm worried about that? No, my shit costs $1,000. Your shit costs $50 to release. It's a different level.
Okay, guys, we gotta head out on this note. We gotta head out. Bryson, thank you so much, and I will see you hopefully next week. Get you some rest and get you enjoy your weekend because we got a long week, top of the week next week. All right, Bryce.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just let you know some of the girls we gonna go live because we got more to talk about. Listen, Mr. James, follow my Instagram. It's Bryce B Money because I need more to talk about so we can hang
follow Bryce.
Follow me.
I got you.
Matter of fact, Mr. James, come on my live because I'm about to go live and we can talk about this tomorrow. Greg, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for giving us a platform. Thank you for giving James a platform. And I appreciate you, what you're doing for the LGBT community. It is so important. And I appreciate you investing and making sure that we are represented correctly. I just wanted to give you your flowers.
Oh, thank you. And before
we go into season 2.
Yeah, and I told him to give you your flowers to the thing tonight because I feel like the workshop was really good. I feel like it was really,
thank you.
So
I can't wait to watch.
You know how you get sometime, but overall, I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate everybody on the platform overall. So thank you so much, guys. And
all right, Mr. James, I hope to see you on my live. Follow Bryson B Money is my shit.
I just followed you. I'll be over there in a minute.
All right.
Okay. All right, love.
All right, Bryce. Talk to you in a minute, huh?
All right, bye.
All right. All right, James. Thank you so much. I will see you by the weekend and next week too, child. Have a good night. Get the video in. I'm gonna post a video Friday. I'm putting the banners and stuff in now, and I'm gonna work on a thumbnail tomorrow. I got the flyer done. I'm gonna send it to you so you can take a look.
All right, cool. Sweet. All right, sounds good.
We will talk.
You as well. All right, love.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next week sometime. I think it won't be no new episode this Wednesday, but you guys will get a 20-minute sneak peek into the New Orleans trip, as well as we're gonna go live Friday, most likely on another channel that we're working with, and we're gonna be talking about the reunion. We might release the reunion looks from when we film the reunion, the top of this week. Hold on there, guys. Y'all have a great night. Stay in peace and not pieces. Peace. Oh, I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Black Gay Perspective. We'll have a panel discussion about all things politics, Black Gay Perspective on politics, entertainment, all of that. And we will be that will come on at 9 p.m. So we have some special guests as well on that panel. Talk to you guys soon.